down the fort while I get ready. I need to be way louder. Okay, cool. Hello, everyone. How are you so late to this? You're not late at all. We just got started. We haven't even opened up a tier list yet. Let me just turn up my... Is my mic loud enough for everyone? If not, tell me so I can mess with the music in the background. Because we're not trying to have a quiet stream. I would like for everyone to be able to hear me. Please and thank you. Hi, hello. It's a little quiet. Thank you, River. Turn that down. Hello, hello. Oh no, this is my mic.
That's your mic?
This is my mic.
Okay.
That's my mic. I'm just gonna move this closer. Hey guys, is this better if I move it closer? We're gonna get real close and personal today. You're gonna learn a lot about me. And maybe I'm going to learn a few things about you guys. Music can be a smidgen bit quieter. Thank you, thank you. We're trying to have a good time. Thank you everyone for your help. Alright, not touching the music. Not touching the music. Great! How is everyone today on this lovely Saturday? Saturday for me at the very least. I know there's some people who might be on the other side of the world where it is already Sunday, and I'm very happy it's not already Sunday for me, because then that means I have to go to work the next day. Actually, no. I'm having a friend come over, on tomorrow, so that'll be fun. Aw, Trippy. That's so sweet. Thank you for coming in. I love to have everyone here, all of my little fans, and my loved ones. I've got loved ones in the chat. Hello, Dyer. I love you, Dyer. Dyer is my little brother-in-law. He's a sweet guy. Love him to bits. So mods are in chat. Thank you so much, mods, for doing everything that you do for me. I'm a local queen. Yes, I am. I'm gonna put this back on my ear so I can hear things. Now, we're going to do some tier lists today. I've got a couple picked out. I went through and searched for a bunch of things. So I think we're going to start... The best wolves are here. You're absolutely correct. I have my own wolf pack. Did you guys know? Did you guys know I have a wolf pack? Because I do. So, we're going to do some tier lists today. And if you've never seen a tier list somehow, this is what it looks like. This is basically, you're basically just ranking things. So I think we could go with something, ooh, we don't want that actually. I think we should start with fast food. I think starting with fast food, because it's universal, everyone knows what it is. So we're gonna go move to the next scene. No. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Yes, I was muted. Thanks, Lane. What were my jokes? I do love a burger. I love a burger. So here we are. We're on the tier list. And pro streamer. Yeah, so pro, I leave myself muted on the stream. We're so back! Oh my god. Okay, great. So let's get started. Let's get started with the first tier list. This is fast food, right? A&W. Never had. I don't even know where the closest A&W is, where I live. So, never had. Arby's is going to be, Arby's is going in F, because I've had Arby's maybe once or twice in my life, but I would not go out of my way to go back to an Arby's. I know they have the meat, and I know they love to cater to the anime crowd, but yeah, no, their food's not great. A&W is usually inside of KFC. Oh, interesting. Well, I don't really go to KFC, so that makes sense. You don't like Arby's? Yeah, me either. There's some new subs. Hello, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the club. Welcome, Squidward. Welcome, Squidward. I just scrolled down. I shouldn't have done that. Don't worry about it. So I was trying to see the rest because I'm trying to get ahead of the game. Alright. Looks good here. Alright, Baja Fresh. I've also never had that. I'm pretty sure I've seen a couple of them around. I do not know where one is though, so that's going to be a no on the Baja Fresh. I made a made-up fast food place called IvySprings Burgers. We only have one type of burger, and it's the kind of burger that I eat, which is spread and lettuce, which is whatever sauce you've got, but usually if they have Thousand Island, I prefer that on my burger because I love In-N-Out. It's that with pepper jack cheese and bacon. Extra lettuce. And then I eat the burger upside down because all of the sauce will spill off the bottom. But if I flip it upside down, it'll just drip onto the lettuce. Never been to Carl's Jr. but to Hardee's. Okay, so Hardee's and Carl's Jr. are the same thing? No. Yes? I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure Carl's Jr. It's either Carl's Jr. or Jack in the Box. It's one of them. But either way, they're one and the same. It's just that once you get past Arizona and New Mexico is when the change starts happening. That's how you know you're in a different part of America. Right, this one's called Blimpie. I've never heard of Blimpie. Has anyone here ever heard of Blimpie? Because I sure have not. Kentucky Fried Cosplays. Yeah. Yeah, see, no one knows what Blimpies is. We're all like, what's a Blimpies? We don't know. Is this like a regional thing? So I legitimately never heard of it. Whatever the case, Blimpies is getting into the bottom tier because I've never had it. Bojangles! Also never had. Even though I lived on the East Coast for 2 years, we never went to a Bojangles. And main reason being is that in the South, they just love putting bread on everything. Piece of toast with your meal, and that's fine, except half of my household can't eat gluten, so I don't really make a point to go to places where I can't easily find something for Drew to eat, because it's just not a fun eating experience. So I'd rather go somewhere where we know where we can find something. Like a few weeks ago, we went to Jack in the Box. After we went to a friend's birthday party, it was like 3 in the morning. We were driving home, and we were like, "You want to get some Jack in the Box?" So we got some, and they wrapped that burger so perfectly for Drew. It was lettuce wrapped. It wasn't like soggy or mushy or watery. It was delicious. I say delicious, but like I didn't eat it. Drew ate it, but Drew was like, "This is good." So I know they were good. Boston Market, also never had. I thought Boston Market was an actual marketplace for the longest time. I didn't realize you could go in there and sit down and eat food. But yeah, never been. I know they had a few on the East Coast. I don't think it's a West Coast thing. I could be wrong. I'm not always correct. The Blimpie update? What's the Blimpie update,
There
Drew?
is a Blimpies.
Where?
In Vacaville.
Vacaville?
There's only one in California. And it's in Calabasas, baby.
Alright, so there's a Blimpies there. I don't know what they sell there, though. Have I ever been to Oregon or Washington? We have Burgerville there. I've been to Oregon once. I went to Oregon when I was 8 with my dad because I was visiting my great aunt Ruth. Rest in peace. She was a good lady. But I would like to go to Oregon or Washington in the future because, one, because my little brother lives up in Oregon, and two, Drew and I have just wanted to go to Washington for, like, years now, just because it has a similar... Some places have a similar climate to where we live in California has. So we would just want to go up there and see, like, what's going on. I also have friends who live up there, so I could go up there and hang out with them. So that would be a lot of fun. Burger King! Burger King is going in B tier. I like Burger King. I will get Burger King if I'm not able to get McDonald's. I love their chicken fries. Their regular fries are pretty good. Their nuggets are not the best. They're not terrible, but I'd prefer to get something else if I go to Burger King. But we love Burger King in my house. Burger King good. Burger King very good. Yeah, I'd love to go to Seattle. I would love to go to Seattle. Go in that needle. Face my fears of heights. Yeah, Burger King is a miss if it's not properly staffed. Hey guys, properly staff your restaurants. Please and thank you. You just joined, welcome in. Welcome in. We are tier listing a bunch of stuff. Right now we're doing fast food joints. Cane's. I'm going to put Cane's in D tier, not because it's bad. I had it once when I was in Vegas with my mom and my sister. And it was pretty good, honestly. I didn't have to pay for it, so it probably tasted better. But I've only had it once. But I think if I saw it again and it was the only thing around, I would probably go. Because Cane's, it was good. It was good. It was good fried chicken. The fries are pretty good. I think the fries were really salty. And I know some people don't like super salty fries. Me, I love a salty fry. I love a salty fry. There we go. Awesome. All right. Carl's Jr. is... It's gonna go in D tier for a different reason other than, like, I just don't really care for Carl's Jr. Never in my head have I ever been like, I want to go to Carl's Jr. I don't think that kind of thing. I'm also going to say that Carl's Jr. was Hardee's, because the star is looking very familiar. But it's alright. It's nothing to write home about, if I'm being real. The closest competitor for Cane's is The Habit? Okay. Well, there's a Habit that opened up pretty close to us. It's just that, like, I don't know. Both times I've been to The Habit, I've been like, oh, this is, like, a very mid burger. It's not the best burger. Like, if I'm getting a burger, I'm going somewhere where I know I like the burger, and that is In-N-Out. But you can't find In-N-Out everywhere. Luckily, we live pretty close to one, so that's right. Cane's more like cosplays. Yeah, raising cosplays. Does anyone know what Checkers is? Because I also have not heard of this. There's a few things on here that I have not ever heard of. Checkers, going in never had because I simply don't know what they sell there. If anyone else know what a Checkers is, let me know. Let me know. Chick-fil-A is going in F. It's going in F. For obvious reasons. Yeah, we don't go to Chick-fil-A. Checkers is a gas station. Oh, it is! You're right, it is a gas station. I'm pretty sure when we lived in North Carolina, there was a Checkers near where we lived. And I think we would drive past it, but it was a gas station. But we'd have other places to go get gas that were closer, so we have no reason to stop in a Checkers. Also, we were stopping at Love's if we needed to get gas while we were, like, out on the road. Love's kept us alive. There's a Checkers in San Jose, apparently. Well, I guess the next time we go to San Jose, just check it out and be like, what you got? I did a tier list, and I said never had, because I don't know what you guys are, so... Do you know who I am? No, I would not do that. Chipotle is going in... I don't know where I'm putting Chipotle. I don't really go to Chipotle, so I guess I'm gonna put it in D. Because it's very... I don't know. They claim to have gluten-free stuff, but I know that they're not really being super sanitary with the ladles that they're using. So cross-contamination is a big thing for me. So I'm gonna put them in D just because I'll get Chipotle if that's what's being offered. If I'm being offered Chipotle and it's being paid for, I will get Chipotle. I don't go out of my way to spend my money there. Yeah, I lived in North Carolina during the beginning of the P word, and I lived there for 2 years, and that's actually where I started doing TikTok. And then from there, I moved back home to California just because I was not very happy in North Carolina. It's beautiful. It was really beautiful where we lived. It was not my home. We had Chipotle at Nick's and Eli's wedding. Well, I guess we did. That's not 5 years ago. Was it 6 years ago? Yeah, that checks out. There was a lot of fun stuff that was catered for that wedding. It was a good time. It was a great wedding. The catering was great. The music was great. Just the energy was awesome. It was a good time. There was a lot of gay people at that wedding, so that's why it was a lot of fun. Thank you for liking my cosplays. I appreciate it. Alright, Church's Chicken. Never had. I've definitely heard this name in passing, but I don't know where I would find one. And I'm not going to go out of my way to find one because I don't know how y'all be cooking that chicken. I just don't know. Just don't know. Cookout. Also never had. We lived up the street from one for a period of time in North Carolina, but we never went just because we didn't have jobs, and it's... Once again, not a place that super caters to people with gluten allergies, so not moving on there. Because also, I'm pretty sure they had malted milkshakes, which I'm fine with a malt shake, but, you know, if it's in every single shake, that's a bit not great. I can't read this one. Culver's? Culver's? I'm assuming that fourth letter is a V, but I'm gonna put it in never had because I don't know what that is. I've never heard of it. It looks like it should be ice cream, but I'm going based off of the font and the color scheme because I see blue and white ice cream. Ice cream. Oh yeah, cookout smells were fantastic. You could smell them from down the street. I was just like, oh man. But they were always super busy too, because everyone would just go there. Also, that cookout was right next to the fire department, so I know they were going in there all the time. I just know it. Oh, what's my opinion on Monster High? I don't really have an opinion on it. I don't hate it. I don't like it. I think the designs are really cool, and the cosplays that come out of it are really awesome. I've had some people tell me that I should cosplay Draculara. I like Draculara a lot. I think her outfit is one of her outfits and her color scheme is one of my faves, just because it's black and it's pink and she's a vampire. That's just V. That's just V-core to the max. Culver's is a burger place that also does ice cream. Okay, cool. Yeah, Chick-fil-A never gets our money. I've had Chick-fil-A, but I've never spent my own money there. So, there's that. Ice cream burgers. Del Taco! We're putting that in D tier, because I've had it less than 5 times. There's also the closest Del Taco to us is about 45 minutes away in any direction. But they're more popular in the Central Valley. So, but they're alright. I don't remember being dissatisfied. I think I might have been like, okay, whatever, because it was like just the food we happened to get at the time. I cannot elaborate on a dream cosplay because there's a bunch of them that I simply, gosh. Not one in particular comes to mind, but if one does pop up, I'll be like, oh yeah, I want to cosplay this. It just has to also do with the space and everything. Definitely probably something with a fun ball gown. Like a big fun ball gown cosplay of some sorts would be a lot of fun. Denny's! Denny's is going in C tier because it's fun to go to after a night out. I also used to go to Denny's for breakfast with my mom and my siblings when I was young. It's a good time, mostly. It's also a fun place to go, you know, after your friends like spend the night, after a night of, you know, partying and whatnot, going to get some pancakes. Their pancakes are bomb. It's just that, I don't know, the Denny's around where we live have a reputation of having some not so great things happening, so I kind of steer clear of them unless I really have to. The Denny's parking lot is, you might as well be in Florida if you're gonna be in a Denny's parking lot, because people are just, they are fighting. They're fighting out there. They are swinging their fists. Risha Vakadu. It is iconic for that. That put that on the map. I love anime. I can't pick a favorite anime, but it would be... Hi, Lane! Thank you! Del Taco and Chipotle sitting together in D-list is the world's greatest setup for romance anime. Hi, Lane. Thank you. They're in love. They're in love. I love Lane, you guys. Lane's so fun. Domino's Pizza. It's going in C because sometimes I can get gluten-free pizzas there. But also, if it gets catered, like sometimes at my job, they'll get catering. And if we get pizza, they always go to Mountain Mike's or Domino's. Sometimes they go to Pizza Guys. But Domino's is alright. You know, it's not my top choice for pizza, but it's alright. It'll do. You know, if I can't find anything else, it'll do. Hi, everyone. Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Thank you. There's a bunch of new people. Hey, there's a bunch of faces in here that I recognize. Just so you guys know, if you are, like, constantly commenting on my stuff, I notice. I recognize names that keep coming back, so, thank you. Thank you. Hearts. Hearts. It's not a fun thing, like, oh, I just hit the mic, I'm so sorry. It's not a fun thing, like, on TikTok Live where, you know, people, when they send things, it pops up on the screen. But that would be really funny, but it doesn't do that. DQ! Been to once. Did not have a great time. Probably because of the circumstances I was in. I'm not gonna elaborate on it. But, I mean, they got the shakes. You turn upside down. I love McDonald's. I eat at McDonald's like at least once a month. Chipotle isn't... Hold on a minute. Are we writing fanfic in my chat about Chipotle and Del Taco falling in love? Chipotle is an A+ student with a craving for a spicier life. Del Taco is the unpopular rebel that becomes their home ec partner. Maybe they find the recipe for love. It's a coming-of-age story. Are you from the Dino Buddy Patreon Discord? I'm pretty sure you are, because I think I've seen your name a few times, but there's definitely people from the Discord in the chat. So, holla, thanks guys, thanks for coming in. El Pollo Loco, never had. I always drive past one. I always drive past El Pollo Loco. And I'm like, oh yeah, crazy chicken. I took Spanish. I took Spanish 1 twice in a row. But that's fine. Never been. I don't really know what they do there. But, you know, maybe one day I'll go. Firehouse Subs, also never had. Never heard of them. I'm sure they sell subs. So that's fun. Five Guys! Five Guys is going in front of Burger King, because I like Five Guys. I love how they just throw the fries into the bag. So all you gotta do is just rip open that bag and you've got your fries out. Buns are pretty good. Their bacon is always really good. I like Five Guys. I think they're good. I think they're good. Chipotle has longed to be like the popular people, McDonald's and Wendy's. Chipotle knows they'll never be like them. Chipotle needs to get better ideas of what it means to be a good person. Okay, okay. I've definitely seen your name around, Emma. Yeah, Five Guys is great. Yeah. Yeah, if Five Guys did have better prices, it's honestly a little too expensive for my taste, but good food. Excuse me. IHOP. IHOP is going above... Go away, Canes. IHOP is going above Canes. It's going in D tier because I've only been to IHOP a few times, but I don't know. I think their pancakes are too much for me. They're a bit much. It's a bit of a lot for me, you know what I mean? I've only been to Five Guys twice. Yeah, it's not something, I don't know. Five Guys feels like a special occasion. Yeah, Five Guys does come with a credit check. You're like, do I have money for Five Guys? Okay, In-N-Out Burgers going in the best. We have the best, the first best tier. Let's go. Let's go. In-N-Out Burger. Delicious. Thank you. Let me tell you something. I have never had a bad experience at In-N-Out Burger that I can remember. That I can remember. We love In-N-Out. 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 Wait, that's easier. This feels awkward. This is better. We love In-N-Out. Alright, Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box will go in C because it's not my first choice. I'd rather get Burger King if I can. But Jack in the Box is there at 3 a.m. when you're leaving the club. And you're like, you know what? They're open till 3. They're open till 3 a.m. Let's go get a burger. Let's go get a lettuce wrap burger. Let's get some nuggets. Their nuggets are honestly were pretty good. Now that I remember, I was shoving those things in my mouth. I was also very, very hungry. So they're pretty good. We like Jack in the Box. Yeah. In-N-Out, literally, yeah, babe, you're right. Never had a special order go wrong there. They're very on top of it there. And also, like, their kitchen, have you guys ever seen, like, the way they work in a kitchen and In-N-Out? It's so fluid and nice, and they get their stuff out. They always are properly staffed, and I heard they pay, like, extremely well. So, we love In-N-Out. We love In-N-Out. Watch this clip age poorly. We love In-N-Out for now. Jersey Mike's, never had. I'm not really a sub eater. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in never had. It's okay. We're not gonna worry about it. We're simply not gonna worry about it. Jimmy John's, also never had. I know they do subs. They're alright. I guess. I don't know. I'd rather get Subway. Because I've had Subway a few times. Jollibee! Jollibee is going in at the end of C tier because Jollibee is popular where I grew up. Unfortunately, there were some instances of things being found in the food there that are not supposed to be there, so I kind of got spooked for a little bit because they were locations that I frequented. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that right now, but maybe one day I'll go back. Because I love you, Jollibee. Your fries were pretty good, your spaghetti was delicious, and your chicken was amazing. Yeah. Who's writing the next part of hot sauce? Is that the name of the fic? Hot sauce, Chipotle X Del Taco, and IvySprings special. You can't get over what logo? What logo, Sen? Jollibee? Is it Jollibee? Is that the logo you're worried about? He's always there. He's always watching. He's always watching. KFC going in F tier. I don't really like KFC. I know we got it for free one time because of something that was happening near my house when I was really young. But I remember being like, this chicken tastes like a deep fried washcloth. I know people really like KFC, but I'd rather get Popeyes. But I'm also not super duper. I don't know. fried chicken is good, but I don't go out of my way to get fried chicken. I also don't like coleslaw. I think coleslaw, is... It's gross. Bad sensory time for me. I know people are gonna... Pitchforks down! You're allowed to like coleslaw. I don't like coleslaw. Everyone else in my family seems to like it. I don't know. I think if it tasted better, because the crunch is good. Should coleslaw be crunchy? Oh, great, great. Everyone's... Since when was there this many fast food restaurants? But it also depends on what you consider fast food, right? Because, I mean, I guess fast food would be considered, you don't go to a sit-down restaurant and you wait for them to make your food. You go there because it's supposed to be fast. Fast. Fast food restaurants also tend to have a drive-thru. I think that's also a contender, but I know not all places here have a drive-thru. Hi, Chloe! Hi, Chloe. You like coleslaw? Good for you. Coleslaw has too many textures. Yeah. KFC fries are good? I'll have to try. Puts pitchfork down because I don't like coleslaw either. It's okay. Witch. I'm gonna call you that. Witch? It's okay. You'll probably get your pitchfork out for something else. Because I have opinions on fast food. Little Caesars! Garbage! Garbage! Trash! You want to eat cardboard? That's what Little Caesars... I don't care if it's $5 for a hot and ready. It's nasty. It's nasty, it's nasty, it's nasty. I think Drew's dad made a really funny joke a few years ago where he said if I wanted to eat cardboard, I would just go... I'd just go to Little Caesars. Because it does taste like... It tastes like cardboard! I don't know how long they're letting that stuff sit in the cardboard or how pungent this cardboard is. It tastes like cardboard. It's nasty and I don't like it. I just felt a piece of my hair get stuck in my glasses. We're good. I can see again. I am also a picky eater. Is it good? No, but it's hot and ready. But is it good? Bruh, it's hot and ready! Yeah, yeah. KFC is a really bad place where I live because the tables are never clean and the ice machine never works. Why is your store open if your ice machine doesn't work? Whatever, what do I know? Long John Silver's, gross. Gross. I've had Long John Silver's once and I was like, you know, I don't think fish should be fast food. I think you should just go to a proper restaurant and order fish if you want fish that bad. Because that's gross. Del Taco was used to be in an Outcast. What could someone like Chipotle see in them? No way, surely they'd fall for the cool guy. No, surely they'd fall for the cool guy, Dairy Queen. I like that we think that DQ is a cool kid in this, because I feel like DQ is like the foreign exchange student. Because who goes to a Dairy Queen? Okay, has anyone in California made the drive down to Disneyland? And you know that one spot that has the Dairy Queen? You know that one spot that has the Dairy Queen? If you know, you know. Because I've driven there and I've seen people with like their Disney stuff on, just there. It's not a good place. Yeah, right, Lane. Yeah, Lane. Lane knows. Hello, Willow. Welcome in. Do you Americans have Five Guys? We do. I put Five Guys as the first one on B tier. There's several Five Guys near us. We love Five Guys. You think I'm pretty? Thank you. McDonald's beef oiled fries make them a league of their own. Yeah. McDonald's! No! Best! Sorry, I'm so sorry, McDonald's, for putting you in C tier. I'm so sorry, I would never do that to you. Let me tell y'all something about McDonald's. I love McDonald's. I also, my high school
was across the street from a 7-Eleven and a McDonald's. So bet I was going to that McDonald's after school, before school, getting lunch. No. Getting an after school snack and getting breakfast. I did not have the kind of high school where you were allowed to leave the campus to go get lunch. I know back in the day, like, my dad was allowed to do that when he was in high school. They don't do that. I don't trust them to do that with teenagers, if I'm being real. Even when I was a teenager, I don't know. We'd be out. Gone. McDonald's is great. Their McChicken is fantastic. I love their nuggets. And when you can get a milkshake, it's great. I just wish that their patty portions weren't so tiny, because we have to get 2 double cheeseburgers for Drew because they're just so freaking tiny. They're just so small. Was I a theater kid? No, I was not a theater kid, believe it or not. I used to think that kind of stuff was cringy, and now I'm like, you're stupid, because I now act like someone who used to be a theater kid. My little brother was a theater kid though, which was a surprise to me, but he embodies that. So, you know, I was made to be doing TikTok and cosplays, if I'm gonna be real. I don't think my theater for my high school was doing stuff that I was actually interested in, because I also didn't super like musicals. But then I got into them after high school, where I was like, oh, these are kind of fun. These are jazzy. My least favorite restaurant is Chick-fil-A. Do Americans have a Nando's? I don't think we do. If we have had one, I don't know where one is. Moe's, never had. I saw a lot of them in North Carolina. Haven't seen one out here. I don't know what they sell there. Southwest Grill? I don't know what that means. I guess that means, like, I don't know, like Southwest. I think of Southwest and I think of, like, food they sell down south of the West Coast, because it's closer to Mexico, so there's a lot more Mexican food. It's really good. But never had it. Noodles is going in D tier, but it's going in front of IHOP because one of my first jobs that when I worked in North Carolina, I was right next door to a Noodles, so I would go there sometimes when I could to get some food, because I did not have standard breaks there. North Carolina's not great about workers' rights, but we're not going to get into that. But Noodles saved my life a few times, so that's great. Panda Express is You were recently in Romeo and Juliet. Who were you? Who were you in Romeo and Juliet? Were you Tybalt? Were you Rosalind? Actually, Rosalind doesn't have an appearance. I know she gets mentioned in Romeo and Juliet because Romeo's like, oh, Rosalind doesn't like me. I'm an alpha male. She's like, I'm gonna go be a nun. I'm not into any of this. I don't think she has a role. I think she's literally just spoken about. Love that for her. We have not seen the Barbie movie yet. We do want to go see it. It looks like a lot of fun. Did you go and see it? Panda Express is gonna go between IHOP and Noodles, because I remember thinking that at some point I was like, yeah, Panda Express is good. But every time I left Panda Express, I was like, it wasn't that great. Like, I would always go in being like, oh yeah, Panda Express, and then I would leave and I'd be like, that's why I don't really go to Panda Express. And I would just forget that I don't really like it that much. But I mean, like, if there's really nothing else, I know I can get, like, rice and orange chicken. I don't know if they've changed their menu or not, so there's that. Panda is lower than Jollibee's. Yes. Yes, it is. Thank you for stopping by, Willow. You were in the Seussical. Oh, that's really cool. McDonald's, but whenever the days are super hot where I live, the ice cream machine is never on, and one time I wanted an Oreo McFlurry, and guess what? No Oreo. Yeah. I just don't even bother asking anymore. Because even if you try to do it on DoorDash, I remember they would call me and be like, oh, it's not working. And I'd be like, alright, just get me a Coke then, I guess. Panera Bread. Panera Bread is actually going to go above Jollibee because a Panera Bread is always a fun thing for me when I'm at the airport. As often as I am at the airport, if they've got a Panera Bread, I'll go. I love that hunk of sourdough they gave you. It's delicious. Hold on, I'm gonna take a drink of something. I'm not gonna glug into the mic because that's nasty. I guess Tybalt just because he's like the third character I think of when I think of Romeo and Juliet. It's Tybalt, and then it's Rosalind, and then it's like literally everyone else. Oh, Mercutio! How can I forget about our dear boy Mercutio? Love him. We do have the technology for McFlurries. We have a blender. We have 2. Yeah, you guys want some Oreo McFlurries? Drew's really good at making milkshakes. But only if you're good. Yeah, you have to behave. And then you will get a milkshake. Papa John's. I can't actually remember the last time I had Papa John's, so I'm gonna put it at the back of D tier. But I don't think it's... Why is his face censored out? PDQ? I don't know what that is. It looks like they sell chicken there. PDQ? What does PDQ stand for? Pretty dark quails. Pretty deep quotes. Pink dark queens. RuPaul's Drag Race. You're homeschooled. You're a milkshake connoisseur? You're a milkshake connoisseur? We didn't get ice cream today. Nah, we'll figure it out. Who's ready to the next pot of hot sauce? Bruh, I don't know. Please don't quack. Please don't quack. Yo, hey, yo, my fried chicken, it's quacking, man. Not only is it not chicken, it's still alive. Tybalt kills Mercutio? I mean, I know he died. I knew that both of them died. I thought Tybalt... Oh, Tybalt kills Mercutio. And so Romeo kills Tybalt, I think? I think so. There's also Romeo's other friend, like Benvolio. It starts with a B, and it sounds similar to that. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The one that everyone ships Mercutio with. Penn Station, never had. Just don't really eat subs. Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut's gonna go between Panera and Domino's. I don't remember Pizza Hut having gluten-free options, which is probably why we go to Domino's all the time. But it'll go there because I said so. Louisiana Popeyes. Popeyes is gonna go... it's gonna go above... No. Hey guys, we're gonna move something around. Popeyes is gonna go in C tier, but Jollibee is gonna go, to the beginning of D tier. Because now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay. So I haven't seen all of these. I just know they've been in front of me. I remember Pizza Hut having such a good spicy Italian sausage. Okay. What's my zodiac sign? I'm a Leo. I'm a Leo, Virgo cusp, with a Cancer moon and a Libra rising. Pizza Hut's my mortal enemy. What did it ever do to you, Chloe? Portillos! I don't know what that is. I can't read those letters down there. I don't know what it is. I don't know what they sell. So there's that. Okay, Potbelly. Alright guys, here's the thing. I've got a little bit of a bias about Potbelly, because I used to work for one. I worked for one for about a year. And I got to eat food there for free, because that was the one good thing about working that job. Everything else about it kind of sucked. But I'm gonna put it at the top of... No, I'm actually not. I'm gonna put it after Denny's... No. Domino's is gonna go above Potbelly. There we go. Potbelly is decent. I did really like the subs there. It was the first place I really started eating subs, because I had a few, like, subs at Subway, but I was always getting the meatball because I was picky and scared and I didn't know what else I would like. That opinion has changed now that I am older. But Potbelly has decently good subs, especially when I worked there. They released this horseradish aioli. It was so good, and I didn't realize I even liked horseradish until I ate that. So I was like, oh great. So I would have that on my Italian with seasoning and lettuce and a little bit of oil. Double meat, double cheese. A little bit of hot peppers on it, but specifically the peppers, not any of the other vegetables that were in that mix. Oh, there's people talking about that. My ships will raise the flag of war against the Hut. There's a lot of Leos in the chat. What's up, y'all? Applebee's pizza ended up having better pizza than it has any rights to. I don't really go to Applebee's. I know they have bottomless, like, margaritas or something like that. I don't know. But Applebee's has been, like, a hit or a miss, honestly. Dairy Queen's girlfriend should be... Panera. Portillo's Restaurant Group, Inc. is an American fast casual restaurant chain based in the Chicago area that specializes in serving Chicago-style foods such as hot dogs and Maxwell Street Polish. Interesting. We're taking down the Hut. Great. So, Qdoba. I also don't know what that is. There's a lot of stuff here I just haven't had, but I mean, like, it's not too big, honestly, for me. But it's pretty good. It's a pretty good list. Not Qdoba being good, because I don't know what it is. I don't know what they sell. Just never had it. Hi, Rando! Hi, Rando! Hi, Rando, how are you? Hi, Rando. Hi, Rando. Hi. All my friends here are, like, popping in. I'm just like an excited dog. Quiznos! Going at the bottom of B, nope. Going below Del Taco, because I've been to Quiznos, maybe like 1 or 2 times, and they burned the bread. They burned my bread. I'm just like, I don't want it like that. It's burned. How do you, what? You burned it. How did you do that? What do I know, right? Qdoba is Mexican food. Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. Roy Rogers? Don't know what that is. I don't know what Roy Rogers is either. Celebrating 50 years, and I don't even know who you are. So how special are you? How old am I? I will be 28 next month. Actually, today's the 22nd, so in exactly a month I will be 28. Sparrow, never had. I've heard of it. I guess they sell pizza there. I heard it's a bit of a meme in some places because a lot of college kids work there. So that's fun. Yeah, it's really hot here. Like, it's going to be a high of 86 today, and we got our laundry and grocery shopping done, and we're like, all right, great, we're done. We're done with things for today. Okay, next one is Schlotsky's Bakery. Never heard of it. And also never eaten there. So, I'm putting that there. I guess they sell baked goods. 40% humidity? That should be illegal. That should just straight up be illegal. Shake Shack, never had. I know a lot of people like to go to Shake Shack, never had it. Sheetz, also never had, but I was constantly surrounded by it in North Carolina. Everyone was like, oh, we're gonna go to Sheetz, we're gonna go to Sheetz, and I'm like, Sheetz? Interesting name. Is it the Sheet? Was I popular in high school? No. Well, no. In what people think of when people say popular in high school, no. I was a weird kid. Leave it at that. Skyline, also never been. Don't know what that is. Got nothing else to say to that. Sonic! Sonic is gonna go at the end of C, because I like their fries, and I'm pretty sure I like their chicken tenders. However, my qualm with them is that they shred all of their lettuce. So you can't get anything lettuce wrapped there. They shred all of their lettuce. Why would you do that? Oh, you haven't missed much. We're just doing, we're doing tier lists. So, whatever you've missed is right here. Steak and Shake, don't know. Never had it. I thought Steak and Shake and Shake Shack were the same thing, but I guess not. So that's cool. Subway! Subway is going to go, bottom of B. I know that seems really high, but, sometimes at work I'll get Subway, like, maybe, like, once a month or something. I'll get some DoorDash to my job, because I found a sub there that I liked that was similar to what I would get when I worked at Potbelly. So, because they have an Italian-like sub, and it's good. It's good. It's always good. I don't really have a bad time at Subway. And I don't know, like, when you're really hungry, sometimes a Subway sub just really hits the spot. Spubby F Free. Yeah, these are based on my personal taste. If you guys have ever watched Try Guys with Rank King, with Eugene, this is what we're doing. We might move things around once I have everything up. We've already moved a few things, like Jollibees. I don't know why I put Jollibees in C tier, you guys. I don't know why I did that. Swenson's. I don't know what that is. It looks like it should be a car dealership, or has something to do with, like, Midas Touch or Pet Boys. And I'm going solely based on the font and the color. Is it Sac Anime? Is it Sac Anime if you don't get a Subway sub at least 4 times? The last time I went to Sac, I actually did not have Subway. Like, we were getting, like, other food. Like, I know at one night we went to a Thai place that I was having a bit of a rough sensory time, but their chicken was good. They had a really good chicken. So that was a lot of fun. What's wrong with Swenson's? Chain of ice cream restaurants that started in San Francisco, California. I've never heard of Swenson's. I mean, I guess it's... Taco Bell is going to go above Denny's but below Potbelly. Taco Bell's not the worst. They took away the potato griller, which is like the main thing I ate if I ever did go to Taco Bell. But I did find like a spicy potato fiesta tacos, I think is what they're called. And I usually have some like green sauce added to them because I am starting to have taste now. Now that I actually know what I like. But I don't know, Taco Bell doesn't really appease me. Alright, controversial opinion. I hate crunchy shells. I hate crunchy taco shells. They get everywhere. It's hard. If you're eating it and it's wrapped, it just cracks, and then you just gotta hope that this ball as you unwrap it. Crunchy shells are awful. They just are. Is that the place we went to? No, that was called something else. That was called like Ferdinand or something. It started with an F. I almost said Fern Gully, and that's not correct. Yeah, the backflips. Oh my god, we were having a rough day. I don't care about the crunch. If it's messy, I don't want it. That's wrong. I tend to get a little messy when I eat tacos at home when Drew makes them, but I have a plate that I can just scoop it up with a fork or some remnants of a tortilla. Just delicious. Drew's really good at making tacos. I love tacos. We might have tacos tomorrow. We might have burgers. I'm not sure what we're eating tomorrow. We'll figure it out. We have a lot of good options though. Taco Cabana! Don't know what that is. I do like that they used a... This is an interesting choice. If we're gonna critique something real quick, this milky blue pink for our taco place. This Pepto-Bismol color. Do you guys feel hungry looking at that? Because I don't. Yeah, hard tacos are awful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I feel validated in this Chili's tonight. You've never had a taco, Chloe. Okay, well, when you come to the States, we'll get you a taco. Come to my house, Chloe, when you come to the States, and I'll make you tacos. And by that, I mean, Drew will help me make the tacos, because Drew knows how to season the meat. Hello! There's a bunch of new people who just popped in. Hello, everyone! We're doing tier lists. We are at the end of the fast food restaurant tier list. So, Torchy's Tacos, never heard of it. It's a fun little logo, though. Little scary demon imp thing. Excuse me. Does it say damn good? Torchy's Tacos, damn good. I love when companies are not afraid to put, like... I don't want to say that damn is a swear word because it seems very, like, mild compared to some of the other words that are considered swear words, but I love when they're like, yeah, damn good. It's damn good, because it is damn good. You can't put the F word in there. Could you imagine, oh my god, opening up a food place and being like, it's effing good. I think some places do get away with saying effing, though, because we know what you mean, but you're not actually putting a swear word up there. Waffle House, never been? All I know is that the vibes are insane. You don't know what you're gonna get when you go to a Waffle House, and quite frankly, I'm too scared to figure that out. Hi, Crafty! V values reverence. Hey, babe, you're gonna have to help me out. That's a big word. What does a reverence mean? I don't know what that word means. I have a fairly large vocabulary, but there's just like some words where I'm like, oh god, I'm scared.
So sorry. All it means is that you like when things that should be serious are not serious.
Oh yeah, I love that. I hope someone gets that clip of me getting spooked for a second.
I'm sorry.
No, it's funny. I know you want quiet. I also have headphones on. I'm sorry. Wawa, never been. One of my favorite YouTubers, well, she's not a YouTuber anymore. She's now just a regular content creator, but she used to always talk about going to Wawa when she lived on the East Coast. And then they didn't have Wawas because she moved to the West Coast. So that's cool. Wendy's! User has been banned. Alright guys, listen. Wendy's is not that good. Wendy's is not good. Alright? Kill me, crucify me, pitchforks out. I don't like Wendy's. Here come the big ones. See, which I told you. Yeah, Angie knows. She said, for real, Wendy's is trash. You're so right, baby girl. We gotta put together the best stuff on the menu to show V. No. It does. I have my trident to take down Wendy's. Good. Yeah, we don't like Wendy's. It's not great. Never mind. I'm not gonna get into that, actually. Whataburger, never been. Never went. When we lived in Tejas, for a hot second, when we lived in Texas for a while, there was a Whataburger near us, except we never went, because what was the point? Right? Sorry, making sure my phone's good. Just make sure everyone's okay. Because I saw that my Discord was blowing up. It turns out it was just my friend group chat, because they are at San Diego Comic-Con right now. Having a good time. White Castle, never been. I know that sometimes when I go to Food Max, they have, burgers there. Like the frozen sliders. Maximize your shopping power. White Castle. Wiener Schnitzel, never been. There is a Wiener Schnitzel very close to us, though, and when I walk past it, I'm like... I love pretzels. Whoa, hold on. Okay, wings, never been, never heard of it. You can't really see it right now, so I'm gonna have to just scooch the list down so you can see that there's a wings down there. But yeah. Wings is not, I don't know what that is. But here's the thing. Oh, it doesn't even matter if I scroll down a little bit, you can't even see it. It doesn't matter. Well, just know that there's another thing down there that I don't know. Wingstop! 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 Wingstop. I like Wingstop. It does sit a bit heavy. But Wingstop it's really good group food, and you can get all sorts of fun flavors. Their fries are pretty good. I do like a good carrot stick. I just wish they weren't as expensive as they are. Alright. There's only one thing left, and that's Zaxby's, which is going in the never had thing, because once again, we saw a lot of those on the East Coast. We just never went, because y'all keep putting bread on the side of things. I know that's how y'all do it in the South. And I'm not from the South. I'm from California. But, like, jeez. But there it is. And I don't think we need to close any ranks, because I think this is pretty standard. Lots of stuff I've never had, but also a lot of these are just regional things. But I don't think we can argue with the best In-N-Out. Wingstop, agree on the price. Their chicken sandos have been a good value recently, but the buns are dry. Yeah, Wingstop is a coupon eat. V walking past this Wiener Schnitzel. Good. No, literally, it smells so good. It smells delicious. Alright, everyone. That was great. We're going to do the next tier list in just a second. I am going to take a quick second to use the bathroom, because I've been drinking a few thingies, and we will come back and start the next tier list. So I will see you guys very soon. Just kidding, y'all. It's fine. We're good. What's up? We're back. I was putting on chapstick because I am a chapstick fiend and I need to always have my lips covered in some sort of Vaseline. Yeah, I got some nom-noms. Alright, the next tier list is going to be Disney movies. Disney and... I think these are Disney and Pixar? Right? Yeah, because Inside Out was... Sorry, yes. Alright, so... Let me tell you a little something about me. So, I was born in 95, which puts me at a good age where when I was growing up, I had a lot of the OG Disney movies from the Renaissance and back on VHS. So that's cool. But I have not really been on top of watching all of the new Disney movies. Like, I think I don't remember the last time I went to go see a Disney movie in theaters. I do not want to say it was Moana, but it might have been. So let's take a look here. It might have been Moana, 2016. Checks out. Well, doesn't matter. So, let's get on with it. Making sure we're good to go. Sorry, checking to make sure it goes back up. Alright, awesome. So, 101 Dalmatians. A little boring. I've definitely watched it a handful of times. This is one of the Dark Age movies that actually, we're going to just say never seen. Because there's some of these movies I've just never seen before. Imagine that, not seeing a Disney movie. Jeez. Not a bro above. What am I doing, y'all? There we go. D tier. There we go. So, 101 Dalmatians isn't offensive. I'm sure, like, if I watched it now that I'm older, I would probably understand a few more jokes, a few more lines. But it didn't really hold my attention the way that some of the other Dark Age Disney movies did. Why are you speechless? What are you talking about? Bug's Life! S rank. I love Bug's Life. It is such a fun movie. I love Bug's Life. That was one of the movies I had on VHS. I also had the computer game version of it. Did y'all ever play the computer game version? I know that there was one with the board game. That was so much fun. That was one of my favorite. Bug's Life is just so good. I know whatever. Liar reveal plot. I don't care. I love Bug's Life. Bug's Life is good. Star Wars is on this list? We'll get to it. 'Cause I have opinions on Star Wars. Aladdin is gonna go above C. Nope, not above C. I meant above 101 Dalmatians. And that is because, I don't know, it's an alright movie. It's a fun little princess movie. I know it's mostly about Aladdin than it is about Jasmine, though, so I don't know why you would really super consider it a princess movie, but what do I know? Yeah, it's alright. I don't go out of my way to watch it, but, like, if someone puts it on, I'm not gonna be like, turn this off, it's trash. It's a perfectly fine movie. Alice in Wonderland. Gosh. Yeah, the random Disney games, like the Hunchback of Notre Dame one, so good. So the Toy Story one, which we also have on the SNES, so fun. Even though it doesn't let you save, so if you die, you have to go all the way to the back, which is infuriating, but, you know, whatever. Alice in Wonderland. I did used to like this movie a lot when I was a kid, but I feel it's been kind of blown up to a point where I'm, like, kind of sick of seeing it, I guess. And look, if you look, listen to me. If you like Alice in Wonderland, that's fine. That's fine. I just think that there's other Disney movies. There's other Disney movies that you can watch. So, she's going down there. Aristocats. I love Aristocats. It's going in B tier. It is another great Dark Age movie. O'Malley the Alley Cat, y'all. O'Malley. Love him. He's so good. He's so fun. It's a fun movie. I think there was some not so great stuff in it, you know, given the era and all of that. But I do love the everybody wants to be a cat with the like Technicolor and the loud like sounds and just the fun visuals and the cats are all dancing. It's so fun. It's a fun movie. Like once you get out of the rich lady's house, you're like, oh, it's great. We're outside. And those geese, the way they wiggle their little tail, you know, their little butt wiggle, it's so cute. They're so cute and I love them. Wait, is someone from Austria? Wow! You're from Austria! What time is it for you? It's currently 3:21 in the afternoon for me. That is so cool! Oh, Austria. We're very culturally rich, but not actually. I know what you mean. Like, you have a lot of great history. Like, I know Austria's got a lot of so much history there. It's just, so much stuff happens in Austria. Atlantis. We're gonna put Atlantis below Aristocats because I am not a huge fan of the white savior thing they've got going on with Milo? Is that his name? Milo? I think it's Milo. But the cast of characters is a lot of fun. It's a very beautiful movie. I wish that they were still doing 2D animation. I know they don't anymore, but I think Atlantis should have been given a better shot. Because I remember, when Atlantis came out, they had the toys at McDonald's, and I remember you could get, oh man, I feel so bad not remembering her. Kita, I think that's her name? You could get her necklace, the little necklace, and I remember my sisters and I would always be like, we want the necklace! Sisters, it was just me and my oldest younger sister, so it was just two of us, but we really wanted it, and I remember getting it and being like, yeah! And wearing it all the time. It was so cool. It's a good movie. I might have to rewatch it now that I'm an adult, because I was 6 when that movie came out. You got the Leviathan? Aw, babe. Hi, y'all. Look at all these people. Enchanting, whatever you need to do. Thank you for coming in, and it's so cool to know how far my reach has gone. To Austria? Austria. Y'all are in Europe. It's just really cool. Alright. Bambi. I don't... This movie is so... I know it's a Disney classic. I don't think it's one of the best. It really did give their foothold into the animation industry, though. You know, I know they did Snow White, whatever, I don't care. But, like, it shows that we don't know just how to do people, we can do animals, too. I think, like with Alice in Wonderland, I think there's better movies, and if all I'm going to do is watch Bambi and then cry, I don't want to watch it. It's only, yeah, trauma. Beauty and the Beast. Beast. I love Beauty and the Beast. I actually have cosplayed Belle. I still have her yellow ball gown in my closet right now. I just haven't pulled it out for years because it's such a huge piece, and there's, I don't really have a wig for it. Maybe I do now. But, fun movie, great music, it's just a fun movie. It's super fun. The music's great. Gaston is such a fun villain because he's just so gross and creepy, but I love watching him. I love to hate him. You know what I mean? Like, he's great. And also all the guys who play Gaston at the parks are always they're like, yeah, I'm in my element, and I have nothing but respect for that, because that's just really funny. Oh, please don't replace my shoelaces with noodles. I need my shoes to keep my feet on the ground at work. Bambi does have really pretty art. The pawn is very thin. It's super thin. It's about little dude. He's just a little guy. Big Hero 6, a very fun. I'm gonna put it higher than Beauty and the Beast. Because I've watched Big Hero 6 several times, and that scene with Tadashi just always gets me. I wanted to cosplay Go-Go at some point, but I've kind of dropped those plans just because, I don't know. I just haven't really had the time, and I had other things I'd much rather cosplay, but I love Go-Go. I also love Wasabi. Go-Go and Wasabi are my faves. Good movie. And I did not see the twist in that movie coming. I was like, oh, it's this guy. Oh, it's not. Anyways, if you haven't seen Big Hero 6, please watch it, because it's a good movie. That was his mistake. Groundbreaking. Oh, enchanting. Thank you for staying up, but please get some sleep, especially if you gotta do ballet. That is no joke. Black Cauldron, never seen it. Sorry for that weird transition, but Black Cauldron, never seen it. Never watched it. I know it's sad. I know sad stuff happens, but I've just never been put in a position to watch the Black Cauldron, so I've just never seen it. If it's good, let me know. I know it's a Disney Dark Ages movie. And that's about it. I don't remember the girl. What's the name of the girl? Does anyone know her name? Her aunt was fine, though, TBH. Yeah, the aunt was pretty fine. She was a looker. I was like, oh, you're cute. What is this girl's name? I keep wanting to say her name's Odette, but that's not correct, because that's the Swan Princess. And they do not look the same. They're just the blonde girl. But I don't know her name, so we're not gonna dwell on it. Bolt! I don't know. Interesting people they chose to be in Bolt, John Travolta and Miley Cyrus. I mean, Miley Cyrus makes sense because she was the biggest Disney star at the time besides Selena Gomez. I just don't understand why they put John Travolta in there. That was a choice. Princess... Oh, I knew it was something silly like that. Eilonwy? Huh. That's the medieval name for sure. Bolt's going under Aladdin. Yeah, it's an alright movie. I also got kind of sick of it because I remember when Bolt came out, I went on a cruise with my mom and my siblings, and one of the movies they had on repeat in our rooms was Bolt. That and Cartoon Network, but in Spanish for some reason. So that was interesting. Brave. Brave will go above Atlantis, but below Aristocats. Brave was not at all the movie I thought it was going to be when I watched it. I, for some reason, thought that Brave was gonna have her fall in love with someone regardless. Especially one of the dudes that showed up, because I saw that there was one that she was a little like, oh yeah, whatever. I did not know it has something to do with a bear. The bear things, I don't remember there being a bear in any of the trailers except for maybe an evil bear. But I don't think they ever showed that, showed her mom turning into a bear. So when that happened, I was genuinely surprised. I was like, oh, what? Like, that's weird. Yeah, Brave is a really pretty movie. Bolt's production history is a hot mess express, but I know way too much animation history. Girl, me too! I love going up to people and being like, hey, did you know that DreamWorks was started out of spite? Do you know that, Did you know? We all watched Defunct Land. I need to know Blade, you gotta tell me about the Dramatic Express. What did you say it was? The Mess Express of Bolt? Because I gotta know. Yeah, the animation studio worked really hard on Brave. With that kind of hair, because for Pixar, I remember watching when The Incredibles came out. Violet's character was such a big deal because she just had that long, straight black hair in front of her face, and they had to figure out a way to animate it so that it didn't look weird because they never really had a character like that before. Meanwhile, DreamWorks was off making Shrek, just so you know, before this time, and they had no issues with any of that, so whatever. But, it was just such a huge thing for them, and I'm just like, so at no point did you think that you were gonna, I don't know, feels like something you should have worked on, but, it's interesting to see how quickly they go, with that kind of thing. Like, with Finding Nemo, like, the fact that there was so much water that they were animating, I remember that being a huge deal as well, and they had to figure out, you know, how to make fish move without it looking unnatural, because they just had to give the fish human expressions, but they still had to move like fish in the water, so I think they pulled that off really well. Especially when, like, the fish would come out of the water and they would have, like, that glisten on them and they'd be wet. It was just, oh, it's so good. It's so good. Shrek, my beloved. I love Shrek. Brother Bear's going in S tier. I love Brother Bear. I love Brother Bear. Phil Collins went so hard on that soundtrack. It's such a fun movie. It always makes me cry. I also remember watching this because at the time, a show that was really popular was the Bernie Mac show, and so the kid who played Bernie Mac's son on that show, he's Coda. So I remember seeing that and being like, oh, this is so cool, and he does a great job. Coda is so fun. Like, I can see how he can come off as annoying, but I think Coda's character was so fun. I love Coda. Kenai's great. Sitka, y'all. Kenai's older brother, he was fine. Honestly, all three of them were pretty fine, for being real. I just remember being like, oh my god, Sitka! Like, he was so cute! So cute. That long hair and just the way he had, like, he could be fun, but he also had, like, a no-nonsense attitude when he really had to. Oh, he was so great. I do have a type. No, if I had a type, I would have gone for, the middle brother. I don't remember his name. Brother Bear rules and the moose still makes it. The moose are so funny. The moose are so funny in that movie, and for what? They went so hard on those moose. Moving on, Cars. Okay, so here's... Cars is gonna go below Atlantis on the tier. And Cars itself, I know that Cars has become a meme, but I mean, the first Cars movie isn't terrible. I think a lot of the world building they did was interesting, like the fact that the motel that they went and slept in were giant safety cones. That was so funny. That was so clever. Also George Carlin's in that movie, which is hilarious, because I was like, why is George Carlin in this kids movie? But he was a really funny comedian. Rest in peace. But it's a fun movie. You know, I don't mind Cars. It's also, sometimes I forgot that Owen Wilson's in it. He's literally the first man. He is the Cars. Ka-chow. Bolt is a guilty love of mine. I just like it. Hey man, whatever, listen. I'm sure we'll get to guilty pleasures of mine here. Don't worry about it. Lightning McQueen is better than Hamster from Bolt. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. He is. And what about it? And what about it? Chicken Little! S tier. Now, hear me out. This is one of my, my guilty pleasure movies. Zach Braff is in it. Zach Braff, JD from Scrubs. He plays the title character, Chicken Little. I thought it was a fun take on the story. Like, oh, an acorn fell on his head. Oh, it's fine, but it's, you know, it's actually, oh, it's an alien invasion. And the music's really fun. And this came out during the same era as Meet the Robinsons, which was a very fun time for 3D animation. Or just animation in general with Disney, because they had just had their renaissance, but this was also, like, again, like I said, when Brother Bear, Atlantis, Meet the Robinsons, something else might have come out that is escaping me. Oh, Lilo and Stitch came out around this time. Like, it was just it was not princess royalty based, and they were just doing, like, weird sci-fi, almost, for a lot of them. Just a lot of, like, weird movies, but, like, weird in a good way. It was a really fun time. I really like a lot of those movies. Chicken Little's dad is an unorthodox baby girl. Yeah, Chicken Little's good. We love Chicken Little. Cinderella! Cinderella. Cinderella will go above Cars, because it's a very basic princess story. Fun villains. I think the mice are fun. Music's alright. Bippity boppity boo. Personally speaking, the best Cinderella movie is the live action one. Not the recent one. The one from 2015. The one with Brandy and Whoopi Goldberg in it. That is the best version of Cinderella, and I will die on that hill, and I know everyone agrees with me, because it is the best one. It is the best version of Cinderella. But because this Cinderella they're showing is not that one, she goes in B tier. Yes, Lucifer the cat. Oh my god, Lucifer the cat. Man, Disney had it out for cats back then. They were like, what if they were all evil? And it's like, they're not. You just don't know how to take care of them. Yeah, Lane. Yeah, Lane. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Emma. Yeah, Emma, you're right. You know what? No, Emma, you're correct. We need to burn the stepmother. Gosh, Lady Tremaine was a force to be reckoned with. She was nasty. I do love, in the Hammerstein version, the Hammerstein movie version, where they made her, like, young and, I don't know, young and crazy aunt that you don't want to mess with. You know what I mean? Those are the kind of vibe she gave, and I know the actress is an absolute doll sweetheart. But I just, all the fun ways that you can do the step families, it's a good time. The next movie is Coco. Coco's gonna go on A tier. I think I'm gonna put Coco above Beauty and the Beast. Fun movie. What a fun movie. It definitely made me cry, like, a lot. It's, fun twists. Miguel, what a great protagonist. We need more Drag Lady Tremaines. You're correct! You are correct. It's, sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'm trying to read chat and make sure y'all are being good. But yes, we need more Drag Lady Tremaine. I think that's a lot of fun, and you're correct, and you should say it. Yes, so Coco and the Book of Life came out around the same time. I did watch both of them. And I've also only watched both of them once. But Coco left such an impact on me, and that's why I put it up so high, because it's a fun movie. And a lot of people were not being good to it when it came out. They were like, well, this isn't the movie. Bless you! This isn't the movie that I thought it was gonna be, and I'm like, why? Because they speak Spanish in it? Dude, you live in California. Half the people here speak Spanish. Like, come on now. And also just, like, Latino culture in general makes me feel at home, because that's a lot of the kids that I grew up around. A lot of them were Latino or Hispanic kids. Lots of, it's just like the population that was in the area where I grew up. So I was like, oh, this is like, I don't know, movie feels like home. Even though I'm not Latina myself, it's just what I'm around, and like it makes me comfortable, and it's, you know, I appreciate it. It's nice. Dinosaur. Okay, Dinosaur's gonna go at the bottom of B tier for certain reasons. This is not a movie you show your kids. Do not show your 3-year-old Dinosaur, because this movie is scary. That T-Rex, hello? I mean, even Sharktooth in The Land Before Time, he's scary. This is a scary movie for little kids. But the animation on it is honestly really fun. It's quite incredible. The monkeys are a lot of fun. It was a different movie that they were going for. They're like, oh, let's just do this. I really like how they went for the more realistic take on the dinosaurs and the animals. It was just a lot more fun to look at. I don't know, I haven't watched it in a long time, so one day I'll have to revisit it and see how well it holds up. But just that opening scene with the egg and the way it just goes everywhere and you're freaking out because you think this egg's gonna break. It's so good. Fun opening to a movie.
Alright, everyone's talking. What we got? Coco makes me cry every single time. As a Spanish speaker, the Spanish version hits hard. Yeah. One day I'll probably sit down and watch the whole thing in Spanish, because I like watching movies that are, like, not in English. My favorite movie, one of my favorite movies, definitely, like, top 3 is Amélie, which is a French film. See that scene with the old man being sent off with a song on Coco? I can and will start crying. God, yeah, that one got me. I was like, oh, there's no one left to remember him, and he's gone now. Oh, it hurt me. What color's the sky, Amor? Yeah. Dinosaur shows more death than all the Star Wars movie combined. Does dinosaurs show millions of creatures dying? Like on... wait. Yeah, Amelie's good. Amelie's a good movie. I watched Dinosaur in the theaters at age 4, and I agree, I was not ready. I'm pretty sure I watched... Okay, so I did see it in theaters, but I only saw the beginning of it, and I think it's because my parents went to the wrong theater, because I remember being there and then screaming, crying, and then being picked up with my hands over my ears because I was upset. So they probably were not expecting that. So that's my memory of Dinosaur. Bye, Dr. Plague. Thank you for hanging out. This stream will be left up so that everyone can come watch it later. And you guys can, come and fight me in the comments about my choices. Don't actually fight me, though. We're here to have a good time. Yes, they're the Razer Kraken Kitty. Sorry, I didn't see that. Yeah, Kraken Kitty headphones. They're really good. I really like them. VOD Pog. Dumbo. It's gonna go above Bambi. That baby mine scene. Don't do this. Don't do this to me. There's something about stuff with like family and parents and stuff does get me on an emotional level, because my relationship with my family is not terrible. It definitely could be better, but it could also be a whole lot worse. And just like certain things, like with moms, just like I just get really upset about it. My mom is alive and well, don't you worry. Both my parents are still alive. So, I don't know. Stuff with family things really gets me. And sometimes it's a little hard to watch, but I gotta sit through it. Yes, it's me. It's Ivy. It's me. Emperor's New Groove. Great. Funny movie. So funny. What a good movie. I did watch this in theaters. I saw this in theaters when it came out. I was either in 1st grade or 2nd grade. I love that waterfall scene, the iconic waterfall scene. Bring it on. Now that I'm older, okay, hey guys, let's talk. Kronk? Have we considered? He's good. Kronk is literally the perfect husband. He is literally the perfect husband.
Kronk is the ideal man. You're correct. You may not like it. This is what the ideal man looks like. He's great. He's played by Patrick Warburton. He knows how to cook. He has great hospitality. He remembers what things are for who. He's always down for a plan. He knows when he's being taken advantage of, eventually. I don't like that they gave him a love interest in the second movie. Wait. Was there a second movie? Or was it just called Kronk's New Groove? It doesn't matter. Kronk's New Groove, I don't like that they gave him a love interest. I think that maybe we should have just left Kronk as he is. But we love Kronk. Just put me on in the background and chanting lo-fi V tier list to fall asleep to. We used to play the scene post-Waterfall where Cusco throws that rock at Pacha over and over. Are you throwing rocks at people, Lane? Kronk's New Groove is the second one in my heart. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Kronk, we love Kronk. Kronk, if you're out there. Yeah. Fantasia. This looks like the old Fantasia and not the newer one. I think that one's called Fantasia 2000. Fantasia is gonna go at the bottom of C just because I don't, I know that this is like the iconic Mickey Mouse outfit and there's that scene with the brooms and everything. It doesn't really stick out to me. And I know there's probably more in Fantasia, but nothing that really actually sticks out to me. You know what I mean? You love the crying scene where he's in the woods? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo's gonna go... It's gonna go above Big Hero 6, but below Emperor's New Groove. So, Finding Nemo, Finding Nemo is very emotional. I mean, it's about a guy looking for his son who has been kidnapped, which, hits really hard. But also that scene where Nemo just looks down and all disgruntled and he says, "I hate you," and his dad is, like, shocked. It does something. And I can't imagine how parents felt watching that scene, because I think a lot of parents, almost every parent, fears that day or sometime when their kid is going to look at them and say, "I hate you." And I know, like, Nemo didn't, like, mean it, because he's, like, what, 6? I guess he's equivalent to, like, a 6-year-old in this. 6 or, I don't, maybe 8, because he's, you know, not as crazy. Possibly 10. But, I don't know. He didn't really, his dad's just overprotective. And now that I'm older, I'm like, oh, it makes more sense. Because I used to be one of those people that's just like, why don't people, like, let their kids sleep over at other people's houses? Why don't people let their kids do certain things? And as I get older, I know that some of it is a little justified. Like with this, I mean, you literally just watched your wife and every child you had get eaten alive. Just dead. And Nemo was the only survivor, but he has a deformity because of what happened. So, like, that would make any parent, I think, want to be a little overprotective, because it's happened once. Who says it can't happen again? But Finding Nemo's great. I love the seagull. The seagulls are fun. The pelicans are great. It's just Australian seagull. It's great. And the gaggle of fish in the fish tank are fun. Yes, oh my god, the angler, I forgot about the anglerfish horror scene. That is so scary. That was so scary. Like, why? Why would you do that? At this point, Disney was like, let's scare the shit out of these kids. Like, why would you put that there? What is this movie rated? I almost said E for everyone, and that's not how movies are rated. I want to say Finding Nemo was definitely rated PG, because there's a lot of distressing scenes in it. Read that movie entirely. Seeing as an adult really opened my eyes to a lot more, and that makes such a great film. Yeah, it's a good. The one hot fish. Hot fish? Hey Chloe, are you talking about Gil? You talking about Gil? Because you're right. He was... I know that if Finding Nemo came out maybe a little later in time, he would Gil would have been a Tumblr sexy man. For sure. 100%. He just has that air. He's rugged. He's, you know, he's bruised. He's got an ego. He's, you know, he's damaged. But he's a good guy. He's a jerk with a heart of gold. Fish bait. Ooh, haha. Yes, Bruce the Shark. I love Bruce the Shark. What a fun vegetarian shark. Like, what are y'all eating? Avocado rolls? Yes, of course you're talking about Gil. Love Gil. Alright, Fox and the Hound. It's going about Beauty and the Beast, okay? We love a strained friendship. One was raised to hunt the other. And that scene where he's standing over him, like, hey, owner, if you're gonna shoot him, you're gonna have to shoot me as well. Which, thinking about it makes me go. But it's a fun movie. It's fun until it's not. And also the sequel kind of sucks. The sequel kind of blows. But, I mean... It came out in that era of when Disney was like, oh, we're dry, we don't know what we're gonna do. Let's just start making sequels of these really old movies. Like, okay. Alright, I guess. Okay. It was alright. It was okay. But Fox and the Hound, good movie. That hot fish from Shark Tale. You mean the Angelina Jolie fish? I can fix him the movie. Yeah. Yeah, Fox and the Hound is traumatic, you're correct. Star-crossed lovers aren't always romantic. You're so right, Emma. You're so right. Star-crossed lovers, because they love each other. Okay. This is going to definitely divide people. Frozen is going above Cinderella but below Atlantis. When Frozen came out, it was everywhere. You could not escape Frozen. Like, you literally could not go 2 days without hearing someone saying let it go. All of the drag shows that inspired it, the fact that Disney had to create a separate LLC for it because of how popular Frozen was. And listen, Frozen's not the best Disney movie out there. Okay? It's not. I don't care if the movie's about sisterly love. I don't care. There's other Disney movies. It's an alright movie to watch when you are, you got nothing else to watch. That being said, I did spend 3 days drawing 2 of Drew's little sisters in the clothes of the Frozen sister that they liked. I drew one in Anna's clothes and I drew the other one in Elsa's clothes because they loved Frozen and because I love those girls with my entire life and I knew it would make their day. That said, Frozen's an alright movie. I would much rather watch Frozen than any of the other movies below it, for sure. The Good Dinosaur, never seen. I heard it was a flop. I heard the people who did see it said it was good, but Pixar kind of killed that movie before it even got on the screen. So, never seen it. I don't really want to see it, if I'm being honest. I don't know what it could bring. The only Frozen discourse that matters is that Elsa should be a lesbian. You're correct, she should be. She should be gay. Make her gay. Elsa's gay now. Yeah, Frozen dominated culture. Ugh. The old lady and the hunter from Fox and the Hound, they definitely have a history. There's history. I'm just like, oh, you guys definitely had a fling or something and something happened and now you just can't stand each other. That blows. You still have the Elsa pin I gave you? Do you really? Oh, I forgot that I made those for you. Now that you said it, I remember, because I remember having tissue paper to wrap them up in, because I was like, oh, this is gonna be so cute. And I had my button maker. Oh, baby. Ah, welcome back, witch. Okay, everyone, no one talk to me. The Great Mouse Detective is the best Disney movie as of right now. The Great Mouse Detective, I love that movie. It is so Radigan, played by the iconic Vincent Price. Are you kidding me? I love The Great Mouse Detective. It is so good. It's such a great take on Sherlock Holmes. It's funny, the visuals are great. Havisham. Olivia Havisham. It's so fun. Radigan is great. When Radigan goes feral at that one point, he's just going nuts. Oh. Just take me now. Like, so good. What a good movie. Basil of Baker Street. Like, come on. So good. I love The Great Mouse Detective. Y'all can fight me on this. Yes, see, yeah, based, correct. You haven't seen it? If you have not seen The Great Mouse Detective, go and watch it. After this stream, please watch The Great Mouse Detective. It is such a good movie. Like, it came out during the Dark Ages, so it did not get a lot of traction, but I had this movie on VHS, and the copy of the VHS that I had a contest on it where you could win a trip to London. I don't think that ever panned out, because, you know, obviously I've never been to London, I've never been out of the States, but, like, it's such a good movie, and God, it's so good. It's so good, and it's so funny. It's great. It's just a good movie. Yes. It's one of the movies I made Drew watch with me when we started dating. Oh, we'll get to the rescuers. I've got opinions. Hercules is going to go above Finding Nemo, because I was a Greek mythology kid. I was also an Egyptology kid, but I was just a Greek mythology kid, and so I love Hercules. Yes, great. I'm so glad everyone's gonna go watch it. I think you mean Hercules. Yeah. I mean, Hercules is alright. Megara. Love her. Watching this movie and being like, I think I like girls. Because Megara is she's so beautiful. She's like one of the most like beautiful like women in animation. I also just really love the interesting style. I know that Greece was not cool with this movie, and that's fine. But style-wise, what a beautiful movie. I mean, I like the way that they're sharp and angular but round in different parts so that they look like they're emulating like ancient like Greek art and text and everything. Just a great attention to detail. But also I love how it's dated because of all the merch they're putting out in the movie about Hercules that was very reminiscent of basketball merch in the 90s. It's really funny. And I mean, merch is not necessarily a dated thing, but the choice to put that in the movie when Hercules started getting big and famous and huge, it was just a fun choice. It was a fun choice. Yeah, man. Did I have the Egyptology book? I did not have any Egyptology books. Everything I looked up was on the internet or at school. There are Air Jordans in it. What are those? Hades is great. I really also don't like how they made Zeus into a family man. I'm like, did you even read the first thing about Zeus? Do you know anything about Zeus? His dad ate him. And then Zeus was like, I'm gonna go start messing with these humans. I'm gonna make some babies. And his wife was like, I don't like that, and tried to, you know, get rid of those babies. So, like, I'm pretty sure it's actually that Hera in the original thing was like, get rid of Hercules, because that was not her baby, because he was a demigod. But Disney was like, let's make it family friendly or whatever. I don't know, it's just funny watching it and being like, oh. You know what I mean? Zeus is an L for sure. Hades is your favorite. Hades is your favorite? I love Hades. He's so funny. Waiting for the gritty Disney Plus where Zeus sucks, as he should. He does suck. Home on the range! Home on the range. Just going above Emperor's New Groove. Now hear me out. Hear me out. What a great cast that they put in this movie. The villain in this movie is a lot of fun. Jennifer Tilly, I forgot that she was in this movie, but then I was listening to like a bit of it again, and I'm like, oh my god, that's her, that's Tiff, that's Tiffany from Chucky. I think it's a fun movie. I know it was not a great, and I think it flopped. I want to say it flopped, but I think Home on the Range is an alright movie. It's a great movie to turn your brain off to. I love a newcomer who has to prove herself to a fussy old lady. I love it. I love it. It's good stuff. We don't need to hear you out. Yeah. Good camp. It's great. I love it. It's fun. It's a fun movie, and I really like the way that the cows are shaped and animated. It's just so good. I love the way they look. They got good smear frames. It's wonderful. Now, everyone, hold your applause. Hold your applause for what's about to go above Home on the Range. Now, listen up. Listen to me. Anti-Romani slurs aside in this movie that I'm still shocked every time it happens. The music, the animation, the colors, the storytelling. Good movie. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful movie. I also had the computer game for this one. They managed to make that kid-friendly by taking out all the bits that are definitely not kid-friendly. 1 second. Your phone died. Is your phone back to life? I'm so sorry. My phone is actively dying because it has my chat set up. It's at 30%. It'll be fine. I'll deal with it when it gets too low. But Hunchback of Notre Dame is great. Beautiful music. Beautiful voice acting. Esmeralda, love her. Phoebus, love him. Quasimodo, love him. The sequel, not great. The sequel's not great. I remember watching the sequel when I was young and thinking it was good, but then I remember watching... So I used to watch Nostalgia Critic. Used to being the keyword here. But I remember him talking about Disney sequels and if they were good or not. And he was like, Hunchback of Notre Dame is trash. And I said, what do you mean the second one's trash? It's not trash. And then I saw it and I was like, oh! Hunchback of Notre Dame 2 was one of those movies where they had the people who worked on the Disney Channel shows, they had the animators work on those sequels, which is why they had that certain quality to them. But straight up, like, clips were missing, stuff wasn't being colored in properly. The main villain, I remember, like, after I got into JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I remember the main villain of the second Hunchback of Notre Dame movie was eerily similar to the villain of Part 7 of JoJo. Especially down to the part where they try to show themselves as these, like, skinny, fit men, but their actual forms is that they're fat, they have, you know, double chins, but they're wearing, like, something to cinch them in. So I just thought that was an interesting choice from two pieces of media that I recognized for a villain. Not a big fan of it, because I'm just like, okay guys, fat does not equal bad. Alright? Alright. But what, Hunchback of Notre Dame, great movie. Now, I don't know what this is. Ichabod? Ichabod and Mr. Toad? The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that movie. Because I know who Mr. Toad is. I don't know who Ichabod is. I'm making you realize how many Disney movies you haven't seen. You have not seen quite a few. And I know that for a fact. But you should watch a lot of them. Take this list as a reference. Yeah, Mr. Ichabod and Mr. Toad. I watched Wind in the Willows, but I don't think that's a Disney movie. I love Wind in the Willows, but it's neither here nor there. I loved it, but the ending, no thanks. Yeah. Okay. The Incredibles. We're gonna put... We're gonna put The Incredibles above Chicken Little. The Incredibles is an incredible movie. Syndrome is such a fun villain. He's campy, he's loud, he's eccentric, and Mirage is a fun accomplice. I love her. I love Mirage. I would actually like to cosplay Mirage one day to like a Disney Expo or something. And Syndrome, I thought Syndrome was cute. I'm sorry. I have a thing for gingers. Alright? Let's just get that out of the way. I like gingers. But he's like, he was snarky and he told jokes. He's just like, Elastigirl, Mr. Incredible guy got bits. And I'm like, oh my god, this is how kids talk. He's just, he's so good. The timeline for The Incredibles is also interesting because it's in a slightly futuristic 1960s. So they're ahead of the game by a couple of decades, but they're still in the 60s because they have that type of aesthetic. They're pretty close to the 70s as well. Especially in the second movie, they have a conversation pit in their new house, which is a very 70s thing to have. You have a chance. God, I sure hope so. Who's this man? Who's this ginger in my house? I like gingers. You wanted to be Violet. Did you? Did you, though? Yeah, I also wanted to just turn invisible, if I'm gonna be real. I also used to look like her in middle school, with my long hair staining my face all the time. Yeah, take that chance, quickly. Syndrome in modern times would be a bitter Redditor. I'm so sorry to break it to you. Hey now. That's a take. Would he be a Redditor? I don't know, he kind of gives off more 4chan vibes. He gives off 4channer vibes, if I'm being real. You stand Moomin X Snufkin. We do. Brad Bird killed it with Pixar. Prob my fave Pixar director. I also adore The Iron Giant. Oh, The Iron Giant! I love The Iron Giant. What a good movie. What a good movie. He's got a sci-fi animated film for adults who's been trying to get made for over 20 years. God, I hate when they shelve things that turn out to be fantastic once you actually get them out. Like, why would you do that? Awful. Alright. Inside Out. Alright, Inside Out is gonna go... It's gonna go... It's gonna go above Cars. No, it's gonna go below Cars and above Dinosaurs. So, Inside Out, I've seen it. I watched it with my two best friends and Drew. I remember we went to go get some snacks and some alcohol, and we just went home and we watched it. Inside Out hit me in a really personal way. When Riley ran away specifically, it was like what really got to me, because I ran away once when I was like 15. I was not as young as Riley, but I ran away when I was 15, and I got back home within the day. I was not gone that long. But watching her get returned to her parents and having to explain to her, like, I did not run away for the same reasons that Riley did. She ran away because she moved to California, she moved to San Francisco from Minnesota or something like that. And she was homesick, she was unhappy, she wasn't making friends, and she was also very much going through puberty. I could tell. So she's, you know, not got a whole hold on all her emotions, but that part just hit a lot for me. Just having to like stand in front of your parents and explain to them like why you left them and crying and all of that. So before I get too emotional over it, Inside Out is a fun emotional movie. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a bit of a heavy movie, I think. Yeah, Emma, I'm gonna be 28 next month. I know a lot of the ye old websites. We don't bring them here. Jungle Book. Jungle Book is gonna go... Okay, so Jungle Book's gonna go below Inside Out, but above Dinosaur. It's an alright movie. It's got fun music. There's some stressful scenes in it, especially with that... Is that snake? Is that snake's name Ka? I think it is. Yeah, it's alright. I don't think it's a very long movie. I think it might only be an hour long. It's you know, one of those movies I also had on VHS that I watched a lot. Talking to a parent or teacher is always a better option than running away. It's cold and dangerous. Yeah, it is. Don't run away. You need to talk to someone. Do not do what I or Riley did. There's gonna be an Inside Out too. I didn't realize there was gonna be such demand for it. What are they gonna focus on? Riley getting a boyfriend? Because they had that one short. Was it a short or was it the end of a movie? I don't remember. Thanks for stopping by. Lady... Okay, moving on. Lady and the Tramp... It's gonna go below Aladdin. I never really had a good time watching Lady and the Tramp. If I'm going to be 100% honest with you. It's a very... I don't know. Also, like, the really racist cats. Not a fan of that, but there's something I could have done about that. But also, I think it's just, it's an average movie. I don't go out of my way to watch it. They're gonna invent new emotions. Lady and the Tramp is a piece of white bread and milk toast, and then it's racist. Yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, I don't really remember much about it. I know that Lady gets out. She gets out, and then she's with the tramp, and then there's, like, the spaghetti scene, and there's other strays that she hangs out with, I guess.
Also, he never gets a name other than Hobo. His name is Hobo.
Tramp?
Yes, that's what that means.
Yeah.
So his name, like, she's just some lady, and he's just some tramp. And they never get names other than that.
Well, I mean, Lady makes sense for a dog. But I also would not name my dog Hobo or Tramp. I would name him, like, Dusty. Dusty's a better name. We don't really care for it. But I do care for Lilo and Stitch. Now, Lilo and Stitch is gonna go above Home on the Range. Because Lilo and Stitch is a good movie. I was talking to someone about Lilo and Stitch the other day, specifically about how, Nani's like, what, 19 in this movie? She's very young, but when Lilo and Stitch came out, I was little, and I was like, oh man, like, Nani's, like, older, like, she's a big girl, like, she's an adult, she knows what she's doing, and then when I got to be around Nani's age, I was like, I could not take care of a little sibling by myself. So, like, all of the labor that she's taking on, but the fact that she's still, like, she gets into so many fights with Lilo, but when she's about to be taken away from her, she's like, you cannot take her, like, no one else is going to understand her. Like, yeah, the house caught on fire, but we're not gonna... We're not gonna worry about that. That was not Nani's fault. Nani understands how Leela is. Like, both of them are traumatized, but Leela became traumatized at a very formative time in her life, and I really relate to Lilo because I have been that weird little kid. I think also, like, one of my favorite scenes from it is Lilo saying that she wants to name him Stitch, and the lady who works at the pound says, like, oh, well, Stitch isn't, like, an actual dog's name, and Nani's like, don't say that to her. And the lady catches on and is like, in Alaska or wherever, she says like some state or some country, and she's like, but here's Stitch is a great name, and she changed her tune so quickly, and I was like, oh, thank God. I don't like that they took out a lot of the other stuff, like that iconic deleted scene of Lilo messing with the tourist, being like, hey, if that thing goes off, run away, it means the tsunami's coming, but it doesn't mean one's coming because they're just testing them that day. And she says, if you lived here, you would understand. I'm just like, Lilo. Nani is 19. Yeah, Nani's a baby herself. She can't even buy alcohol. Oh, good night, Chloe. Good night, Chloe. Get some sleep. Lilo and Stitch is better than Chicken Little in your honest opinion. Okay. I see that. I see that, and I understand that. I put Chicken Little higher, personally, because it is a guilty pleasure film for me. I know that a lot of people are like, this movie sucks, but I'm like, nah, I like this movie. Yeah, she is a little gremlin. Lito's a little gremlin, and I love her. I love my little neurodivergent child. She's my baby, and I love her so much. Sent Jack this current list, and he has mad respect for you and wants to show you the adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Alright, Jack. Alright, Jack. Jack sounds cool. Okay, Lion King. Now. Lion King is going below Brave. I think Lion King is an alright movie. Circle of Life still gives me chills. It's a great opening number. I prefer Lion King 1.5. There, I said it. I think Lion King 1.5 is the better movie. I think Timon and Pumbaa are fun. I just like it. I think it's good. But Lion King it's alright. Mufasa dying. Sad, of course. Scar. Spooky. Scary. Be Prepared is a fun number. I just, like I said, there's a lot of other movies above it that I'd rather watch. Including Fox and the Hound, so that lets you know where I am. Fee likes Irreverence has been proven yet again! The live version of Lion King sucks. You are not the only person who feels that. So I know a lot of people did not like it. And it's not even considered it's not even live action. Those aren't real animals. They're all 3D. So, like, it's so weird that they're touting it as a live action thing, and it's like, it's not, though. They're not real. Alright, Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid is going to go... It's gonna go below Beauty and the Beast. Another theater kid. Do you mean the live show or the realistic one? Because I've heard that the live, like the Broadway musical is great. I've never seen it live, but I've seen the costuming, and I think the costuming's a lot of fun. Lion King 2 is good, you're correct. Oh god, what movie was I talking about? Oh, The Little Mermaid. Yeah, it's an alright movie. I definitely watched it quite a few times on VHS. I loved that scene where she comes out of the water at the end in that gorgeous, gorgeous gown. I have not had a chance to see the live-action version of The Little Mermaid, but I would like to. I don't care if people think it looks bad. I want to support my girl, Hallie. please and thank you. Lion King 2 did do so much for high school OCs, especially like furry kids who liked warrior cats. Iconic. There's a lot coming out with that kind of stuff. Alright, so make mine music. What is that? I love the alliteration. Make mine music. What is that? It's a Disney movie, but I've never heard of it. Broadway is fine, but realistic is horrible. Yeah. Part of your world breaks your heart. Really? It's a great scene. It's a good number. It's a ton of short films like Fantasia. Oh, okay. I guess I'll have to watch that then, because I like a good compilation of short films. Okay. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is going in D tier, because I don't care. I know it's what's making them a ton of money right now, but I don't care. I don't go out of my way to watch those movies. I've seen a decent amount of them, but like I've seen all 3 Iron Mans. I've seen the first Captain America. I've seen the first Avengers. I've seen Black Panther. I've seen I've seen both Guardians of the Galaxy. Anything past that, I have not watched. And the only reason I watched a good chunk of those movies is the Iron Man movies. My dad took me to the theater to go see them because he wanted to watch them. And everything else was just kind of put on around me. I do remember going to go see the Avengers movie with my ex-boyfriend from high school. We broke up a few months after that, but it doesn't matter because later the next year I started dating Drew, so it doesn't matter. But like, I don't know. I don't know. I only wanted to go see it because everyone on Tumblr was watching it and talking about it, if I'm being honest. But yeah, MCU, I just don't really care for it. I'm not really a superhero person. I do like Into the Spider-Verse, but that's not considered part of it, so. MCU ruins another relationship. Yeah. You've seen it all up through Phase 3. You've got the right to say it's mid. Yeah! All the cats joined in the whale who wanted to sing at the Met. At the Met Gala? Can I be invited to the Met Gala? Anyways. What are we talking about? MCU. Yeah, I don't care for it. It's not great. Not good. No. Meet the Robinsons. I love this movie so much. This movie means the world to me. And not just because I had a huge crush on Wilbur Robinson when I was 12. That last message at the end of just keep moving forward. Like, not to get sappy on y'all, but like, I get really frustrated if something doesn't work out for me the first time, and I try to not give up on things if it doesn't work out for me, because that's not how you really get anywhere in life. But like, watching that movie, seeing that Linus sees the future and knows that it happens because he did not give up on something, I think really affected me. Also, the music is really good. Music in that film is really fun. And Goob is a great character. I love Goob. I love Bowler Hat Man. Bowler Hat Man's a great villain. He's so silly. He's so unserious. It's like, dude, come on. Quit tripping over your shoelaces, bro. Goob is best boy. Goob is my baby boy. I love him so much.
I love him so much. I would take him to all of his baseball practices. I'm going to adopt him. I'm going to adopt Goob. He's so cute. I love him. But Meet the Robinsons is a great movie. I think it's one of the better Disney movies out there. I think everyone should watch that movie. It's got a great message, especially the part where I remember being young and being like, what do you mean he failed and y'all are celebrating it? Like, why is that a good thing? And then they were like, it's okay. That just means you know what you can fix now. You can do better. Having a failure does not, having a failure does not mean it's the end of the world. And watching a family embrace that, you don't really see that too often. So it was great. It's a good movie. Hey Goob, when I come back to my house to do dinner, they all hated me. God, that's so real. Alright, Moana. Moana is gonna go... It's gonna go below Emperor's New Groove. I saw Moana in theaters. It is a fun movie. I keep saying fun. I've said fun like 5,000 times, but, vocabulary and all that. I did cry when her grandma died. I also thought it was interesting to see another princess movie where she's not necessarily paired up with anyone. She's trying to carve out her own path and not do necessarily what her family thinks that she should be doing. Especially because her island is dying and she needs to figure out how to get it back up, so it's up to her to figure all that out. I think she's good. I like Moana. I think she's a really good role model for small children, because she does go back to her family after she figures out what she needs to do and is more ready to take that on. But I don't necessarily think that it's saying like, oh, you need to do this. It's more of she figured out what she needs to do with her life, and then she felt comfortable coming back and saying, I can do this. It's a good message. It's a good message. I think the live version of Moana would be fun. I would like to see a live version of Moana. I just hope they properly cast it. Because it's a Pacific Islander Polynesian film, I believe. So I would like to make sure that we're casting the correct people in those roles. There's certain movies I certainly am like, I don't want to see a live action version of this. Like Cinderella, I don't care. Beauty and the Beast, did not watch it, did not care. Did not see the live action version of it. But I think some movies can be made into live action and work. Especially because Moana has a lot of it takes place a lot on the ocean. Come on now. At least The Rock will be known. I don't know about that. I think they should probably cast someone else for that. Monsters Inc. Okay, Monsters Inc. I need to stop scrolling on this thing. I'm trying to find the movies. Okay, Monsters Inc. is going above Brother Bear. It's going above Brother Bear. I need to... So, I saw Monsters Inc. in theaters, and Monsters Inc. was the first movie that I can remember that made me cry when I was a little kid from the emotions I was feeling. I was 6, I went and I saw it in theaters with my dad, and I remember crying in the theater and trying to not, make a huge fuss about it. Because the ending of that movie just gets me, dude. Like, when he leaves, and then he comes back. Don't even talk to me. Mike Wazowski, fun guy. What a great side character. I mean, I wouldn't even say he's necessarily a side character. He's in this movie as much as Sully is. But he's a great... Monsters University is definitely more of a Mike movie. Because it shows their friendship and how it started. But also very fun. I also had the... I think the DVD had a CD on there where you could play games on it, because I remember there was a door picking game, there was a lunch serving game, I think. But it's good. And the ending song is a lot of fun. Bye, Anji. I love you. I love you so much. Thank you for stopping by. It means the world to me. Alright, next one. Mulan. Mulan is going, above Monsters Inc.?
No. Mulan is going... I lost her. Mulan is going above Bug's Life. I really like Mulan. I think Mulan came out during the Disney Renaissance, when they were having lots of diversity. It was a... I also... So, when I watched this movie, I remember I cut my hair when I was about 3 because I saw Mulan do it, and I was like, well, I can do it. And I remember hiding the hair, but I didn't. I got in trouble for it, for cutting my hair, because, 3 sisters should not be doing that. But I also remember thinking, like, how did my parents know that I cut my hair? Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure there must have been, like, a blunt end or something sticking out somewhere. Because they found out pretty quickly. But this is also, a movie that made me go, oh, I can wipe off, like, makeup pretty easily. Yeah, putting on makeup is no, it's not. This movie lies. This movie lied to us. It is not that easy to put on winged eyeliner. You gotta put on eyeliner for years. I only started using liquid eyeliner 2 years ago, which is when I started doing TikTok, because it was giving me the control and lines that I needed. But I did not... It took a second, because it's hard. And now I'm really good with it, but this movie set up a lot of bad expectations. Also, pour the tea. The matchmaker is so funny. I love her. I love her so much. Okay. Nightmare Before Christmas. Nightmare Before Christmas is alright. I'd rather watch Nightmare Before Christmas above all these other movies. I understand why he goes to Christmas. But the movie peters off for me when they start doing all the Christmassy stuff. And I love it when they're in Halloween Town. I prefer when they're in Halloween Town doing all their spooky things. It's honestly why I prefer to watch Scary Godmother or that one Halloween-based episode of Kids Next Door around Halloween. Because I feel if I'm going to watch Night Before Christmas, I'm going to watch this around Christmas. Because now I know people are like, oh, it's a Christmas and a Halloween movie. No. I think it's a Christmas movie. It's called Nightmare Before Christmas. So I'm going to say it's a Christmas movie. Monsters in solid S tier. Correct. Hello. Welcome in. Alright. So, yeah. What was I talking about? Oh, Nightmare Before Christmas. I love having the brain of a goldfish. Nightmare Before Christmas, yeah, it's an alright movie. Oliver and Company is gonna go above Aristocats, below Night Before Christmas. I've seen this movie a handful of times. It's okay. The music is good. The music's a lot of fun. It's just not one of the better Dark Age movies. So, also, oh, this tier, this is getting long. So sorry if things are messed up. I'm watching my stream to make sure that stuff gets in the proper place. Peter Pan. I don't really care for Peter Pan all that much. It's okay. Do I have an Instagram? Yes, it's IvySprings on Instagram, the same way it's spelled here. All lowercase, though. So, yeah. Peter Pan, bottom of C tier. It's okay. It's not the best movie I've ever seen, but it's okay. Pinocchio! Pinocchio's gonna go... high C. Because this movie is scary. There's some distressing stuff in this movie for kids. That whole thing where the lost... Are they Lost Boys? No, that's Peter Pan. That whole scene with the island of boys, and they're all getting turned into donkeys. But also they're just smoking cigars and chewing tobacco. I mean, I know it was the 30s, so that the kind of thing was fine to show kids doing, like on an island where they're unsupervised. But there's no resolution for the donkey boys. They are just shitting off somewhere. Pinocchio escapes. And that's about as good as it gets. Although all those other kids, forget them. Screw them. They are donkeys now. No, there's nothing comes out of it. Is that not freaky? I think it's a little scary. Unpopular opinion, I hate the Haunted Mansion overlay with Night Before Christmas. It's actively breaking the ride, and I don't care enough. I didn't even realize they do that. Because I don't really care too much about Disney to begin with, to know that they're doing that, but why would they do that? Those are two separate things. Leave them alone. Leave them separate. Alright. Pirates of the Caribbean. Hey babe, don't shoot me. 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 I don't care for these movies. Drew loves Pirates of the Caribbean, but I don't really care for them. Pirates, really? Not my thing. Dang. I know if it was Drew's tier list, probably might be an A or something. Yeah, I know. Wow. We're not watching anything next weekend, babe. For reasons that I'll get into later. Maybe I'll try watching them now that I'm older. But, like, I remember trying to watch them and just not caring. Just not giving a shit. I was like, I don't care about these things. Jar Dirt. I know that the annoying techno song that was everywhere. Yeah, yes, I was singing it. No, I was not watching the movies. Oh, welcome back. Welcome back, Anji. Pocahontas. No. Actually, no. Pocahontas is gonna go below Pirates of the Caribbean. Sorry. Hey, guys. Pocahontas, not great. I know the music in it is good, but this movie was in poor taste. I don't think that's an uncontroversial opinion. I don't think that's a controversial opinion to have. Pocahontas was in poor taste. I won't get any deeper than that. I think we all know. Princess and the Frog is gonna go above Lilo and Stitch. First of all, first Black Princess. Adore that. The music is great. I don't like that the characters of color were in frog forms for most of the movie. Not a fan of that, but I like that she didn't necessarily lose her personality being a frog. Like, she still ends up falling for a man at the end, but Naveen's kind of a himbo anyways, and he's kind of fine. He's kind of fine, so, like, you know, I understand. But I also love that they didn't shy away from, like, the trials and tribulations of a black woman growing up in that time, because she was not gonna get her restaurant. They were gonna sell it to someone else, and they were like, yeah, people like you, no. And I was just like, oh man, like, I don't know, that hurt. I say I don't know, I'm literally black, but, like, you know, she didn't want to give up. She did not want to give up, and I love that, and I respect that, and it's good. It's a good time. My favorite colors are red, black, and pink. Ratatouille. Ratatouille is not even close. So Ratatouille is gonna go above Mulan, but below Meet the Robinsons. Love these Pixar films being up here on the top. So, I love Ratatouille. I saw it in theaters twice. I also remember a specific behind-the-scenes thing about how they literally had to push one of their animators into water wearing a chef's outfit so that they could animate Linguini getting out of the river dripping wet. Really fun. Colette, beautiful, beautiful woman. Beautiful, beautiful woman. She knows what she's about, and I don't care if people think that she's mean or bitchy or crude. I'm like, no, she's a woman working in a man's world. She is the only woman in that kitchen. Do you see any other women? Baby girl Linguini. Girl. Come on. Also, Linguini's a baby girl. Let's just put that out there. I kind of wish this movie focused a lot on humans more than it did Remy. But I think it's a solid movie that still holds up. Because this movie came out in 2007. This movie still holds up really well, almost 17 years later. Jeez. It's a good movie. I think everyone should watch Ratatouille. Anyone can cook. Anyone. Not everyone can be a fantastic 3-star Michelin chef, but anyone can cook. Rat dinner, rat dinner. Oh, The Rescuers. Is this the first one or the second one? I think it's the first one, because I don't see the other one here. The Rescuers. So, The Rescuers. Good movie. Good movie series. Bernard. That's his name. It's Bianca and Bernard. Bianca is she's a bad bitch. She's a baddie. Alright? Bernard knew he was after. Gosh, what was that girl's name? What is that? The evil... Mrs. Valentine? The crazy redhead lady in the first Rescuers movie. She's insane, and I love her. She's so fun. What a good villain. She is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. She is out of her mind. She is out of her gourd. She's crazy, and I love her. I love when they make women unhinged in movies. Let her be unhinged. Yeah, she's being mean to a little girl, but let her be unhinged. She's a villain. I love your thought process. Really interesting how different our personal tastes are. Yeah. I don't know. If the movie doesn't make me feel anything, I don't care. I have to feel it, and I have to have an emotional investment in it, which is why I don't care about the MCU. I just don't. Because I'm not super emotionally invested in any of these people. Like, I'd have to say the movie I did enjoy watching from the MCU was Black Panther. And that's about it. It's good. It's a great movie. It's awesome. Rescuers and American Tail are... Yeah, American Tail is... I've got feelings about it. I think it could be better, but it's not the worst. Robin Hood. Okay. Robin Hood's gonna go... above Nightmare Before Christmas. If you watch this movie, you're a furry now. Dark Ages, where they were really focusing on anthropomorphic characters, which was a really interesting choice by Disney. But it's a fun take on Robin Hood. I haven't seen it in a little while, but the opening scene is really fun. With the storybook, and they're coming out of the pages and playing the banjo and everything. A good time. I also love that the king is just a brat. Like, not even in the fun way, just in the like, man, you are annoying. You are whiny, you are obnoxious, and I hate you. Put him back on screen. I love this silly D&D movie. Yeah! Medusa. Oh, and The Rescuers? Is that her name? You're right, it is Medusa. I'm realizing how much I rate these on the music. If a song makes me cry, it's automatically high tier. Respectable. Respectable. Because, like, you can have great visuals in a movie, but I think sound in music is just as, if not more important. Because that can really add to something. Or the absence of sounds or music in a certain scene. You know. Oh, Sleeping Beauty. It's about Sleeping Beauty, but she has like 16 words, 16 lines of dialogue. She does not talk. I don't really care for Sleeping Beauty. I think Aurora has some of the better outfits of the Disney princesses. I think Prince Philip has some of the better outfits of the princes. But they don't treat her very well. I mean, it's called Sleeping Beauty. She's asleep for most of the movie, I think. At least for the most important parts, she's asleep, so. I'd love to see a modern movie's representation of the Romani people. I feel like they haven't had a good enough rep, TBH. It's so sad. Yeah, because it's The Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's my big fat G-word wedding. Like, maybe do something else. Maybe put them in a better light, because I think they deserve it. That should not be a controversial take, but to some people it is. I'll never forget Medusa peeling off her... Oh my god, her peeling off her eyelashes. I was like, what is she doing? Like, the glue! Her Ardels, they're coming off! I think that movie was where I realized that people could have fake lashes. I don't think I had ever seen them or realized, was aware of them until that movie. So just watching her peel it off, I was like, ugh, but like, it felt good, you know what I mean? It's so delicious. Snow White. It's gonna go, actually, Snow White's gonna go below Peter Pan. Because there's not much to it. We all know Snow White. We all know Snow White. It's whatever, if I'm being real. Well, Snow White's pretty whatever. I know a lot of people like it. And she does have a very pretty dress. But, yeah. It's alright. I did have a period of time where I would try to remember all of the dwarves, but I could not remember one of them. So it's... Now, I'm not going to do this in order, but it's... Doc, Happy, Sneezy, Dopey, Grumpy, Dopey, and Bashful. That's his name. Bashful. His name's Bashful. I did it. Yeah. I also love Ken's cosplay of Snow White. Her dress is very beautiful. Next one, Star Wars. Alright, so if we're talking about the entirety of Star Wars, I'm gonna put that, we're gonna put this in A tier. We're gonna put it... We're gonna put it above Princess and the Frog. So, a few years ago, Drew and I sat down and we watched, the prequels. Okay. Yeah, come here. Drew has opinions on Star Wars. Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Just
This is your Captain Drew. Everyone say hi to your Captain Drew. Drew.
So, you told me you had never seen Star Wars. You're like, I know what Star Wars is. I get it. And I was all like, do you get it? And we were playing D&D at the time. And you were like, yeah, it's like laser guns and politics and things, and it's boring. And I was just all like...
Chat says hi.
Basically, I sat you down and I said, okay, Star Wars is about a family and their effect on the universe. Do you want to watch it in the way it was produced? Or do you want to watch the family's bloodline go? And you were like, I want to watch it in the way that makes sense.
And the way that makes sense for me was watching it episodes 1 through 6. At this point, we had already seen all 3 sequels. Don't really care for them. Let's put that out there.
So we watched the prequels first, then we watched the older ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we watched the sequels as they came out.
And yeah, and then we watched Solo, and we watched Rogue One. Rogue One, my beloved. Rogue One is so good.
Rogue One's very good. Solo's very good. We are not anti-Disney Star Wars. I'm not, anyways. I think that there's some really cool stuff. Mandalorian kind of slaps.
Mandalorian's kind of good.
It kind of slaps.
I wish they wouldn't focus so much on Grogu, but...
I would like it if it was about, like, the Mandalorians and less about the Grogu. I do get that Baby Yoda's marketable. I'm not stupid. I know the money bucks gotta find their soil.
TBH, I've never seen a single Star Wars movie. The most I've seen is the new Star Wars TV show on Disney Junior. They have a Star Wars show? They have a Star Wars for babies?
Yeah, it's, there's an animated one, and, Yoda's like teaching younglings.
Oh, that's cool.
It's kind of cute. It's kind of cute and wholesome.
River says, have you seen the animated show Drew? And all I have to say is, which one?
So, I've seen the Gendy Tarkovsky, all of those Clone Wars. Very cool. If you like cool animations, look up the Gendy. Look up the Gendy Clone Wars. You get to see Mace Windu punch droids to death with his Force fists. Very, very cool. I've seen a lot, I wouldn't say all, but I've seen a lot of the animated Clone Wars. And I've seen quite a bit of Rebels. I was not as much in love with Rebels as I was with everything else. I like Ezra. He is just very much a child's protagonist, and I am very much an adult man.
I am an adult.
Yeah.
But I mean, so Star Wars goes that high up because it's fun. It's fun, and I said it's still political, but it's not boring. I think a lot of now that I'm older, I think the politics of it are very interesting because I've been playing. Hey guys, anyone know Knights of the Old Republic? Karth, my beloved.
Cargo Nasty, unorthodox baby.
No, he's orthodox. How dare you? An unorthodox baby girl is Canderous. Canderous.
He's all like, have you seen my cool droids?
Here's some drugs.
Here's some drugs, bro.
He's like, here's a stimulant. Oh, piece of candy. Oh, piece of candy. Me standing there getting like 9 stimulants. I'm like, oh.
I kind of wish we streamed that game because, like, no joke, we used all of their level ups, used all of their special things, and showed up to Canderous with basically empty pockets. And Canderous 12 times in a row was all like, "You're looking kind of weak there, buddy. Have some drugs." 12 times. Wouldn't let us leave the conversation because here's a strength stimulant. Here's an alacrity stimulant. Here's an agility stimulant. Here's.
Yeah. Also, I'm in love with him. I think we're both in love with him. Also, we just love. He's hot.
He's a fine-looking specimen.
You will not be silenced. Hayden Christensen. So hot. Owen McGregor.
Haiti, baby, give me one chance. Just one chance.
Give me one chance. Just
one chance.
Hayden. Hey, Hayden. Hey, Hayden. Hey.
Don't be hating.
Hey,
I leave.
Bye, I love you.
Bye, I love you. Goodbye.
Drew goes back to the. Oh, not the real. Oh God. River says, I didn't like Clone Wars during the first season, but once I got through it, I fell in love. Interesting opinion. I haven't really watched any of the shows. I've just mostly watched the movies. But Star Wars is fun. It's a good time. Yeah. My oldest is 6 years old and loves the Disney Junior Star Wars show. Are the movies appropriate, or should we wait to introduce him until he's older? That's actually a great question. I think it really depends on what kids can handle, but Star Wars is not non-violent. I mean, Anakin literally gets his arm cut off and burned alive at some points. So 4 through 6 is better, but also, I don't know, that trash compactor scene was really scary and stressful. Yeah, screening is a good idea, because what I was gonna say was, honestly, I think maybe your kid should be 10. I think 10 is a good time, for Star Wars. Because at that point, you're still young, but that's also when kids start to kind of get into stuff like Fortnite and all of that. But I'm not a parent. I don't have children. So my opinion doesn't super matter. But Drew has the good advice of screen it first to see what your kid can handle. Yeah, I saw 2005, so I was like 9 or 10 when the third movie came out, and I watched it with my dad. But like, it didn't scare me. Like, there were some parts that definitely I jumped at, but like, it didn't give me nightmares. And I was also a kid who got nightmares easily, but I was totally fine watching the third one. So gauge your kids stuff. Got scared when you were 8. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. Also, there is like a 15-second lag on my, on between stream and chat, so like, sorry about that. Okay. We're almost done with this tier list, you guys. Sword in the Stone, never seen. I don't exactly have a drive to watch it. I don't have any other commentary on it besides that, because I just want to get to Tangled. I love Tangled. Tangled is going above Star Wars. I saw this with my best friend in high school when it came out. It's a good movie. Mother Gothel was definitely a character, for sure. I'm sure lots of people were triggered by her appearance. Because I've definitely met some parents' friends who are like Mother Gothel. Or just like other women, older women in my life that definitely have acted like her. So that is not great. But she's a very realistic villain. Kidnapping a child and raising it as your own aside. She's a little too realistic for some people. Oh, I saw bits and pieces of Watership Down. Yeah, I did. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? That movie was rated PG, I'm pretty sure. That movie was rated PG and came out around the same time as Jaws, which was also rated PG. Hello. I know PG-13 was not a rating then, but I'm pretty sure those movies should have been rated R. And I remember asking my dad about it, because there have been movies that were rated PG, like, way back when, and I remember asking him, like, why is there no PG-13 movies? And he said, like, oh, well, they didn't have that, but also movies at that time weren't necessarily being made for kids. So G was the standard kids film rating. So that's how you knew it was for kids. But PG could have been anything. Could have been Jaws. It could have been Edward Scissorhands. It could have been... Actually, I think Heathers was rated R. Pretty sure it is. Yeah, Eugene is great. We love Eugene. Oh, I've heard the Tangled TV show is like fantastic. I heard it's really, really good. I think I'm not the right audience, and that's not in terms of age, because I know a lot of older people watch it. It's not my cup of tea, I guess. But I've only heard good things about it, and I hope it continues to thrive. Yeah, Eugene is the best. We love Eugene. I wanna know, can you show me? I wanna know about the strangers like me. You wanna talk about scary kids movies? Why does Tarzan... It literally shows the bodies of his parents after they were mauled. Like, it wasn't like a graphic drawing of his parents, but I'm like, oh, that's them. They are dead in a corner, bruh. Like, Kerchak dies. That last scene with Clayton. Oh. So stressful. What a stressful time. This movie is very, very stressful. But Jane is great. I love Jane. She's a baddie. Jane is a baddie for sure. That whole scene in the camp with the gorillas messing with all of the stuff and like playing music on it. It was jazz. They were doing jazz, and it was a lot of fun. And I'm sure lots of parents had their kids pulling stuff out and banging things because they saw the monkeys in the movie do it. The gorillas. Gorillas. God, I'm so sorry about that, Lane. That's real, though. I probably would have done the same thing. I have never beat Demix, and that's where I sit to this day. The baby gorillas are so cute. Also, did y'all forget about the baby gorilla, like, getting eaten in the beginning? Because that just occurred to me. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. That's why she adopts Tarzan, because her own baby got eaten by the jaguar. They could have saved that baby. Just saying. Kerchak was stupid. He's like, no, and I'm like, there's 2 of you. There was 2 of you and 1 jaguar. You could have gotten him. Yeah, they lied to us about the tree surfing. Also, his breath is rank. He's a stinky guy. He is nasty. Alright? Alright. Toy Story! This doesn't have all of the other Toy Stories, so I'm going to rate this as if they were all together. I've never seen the 4th one, and I don't know if I ever will, because I really think they should have kept it at 3. Whatever. I'm not the intended audience, so what do I care? But, Toy Story... It's gonna go... above Home on the Range, but not higher than Lilo and Stitch. First movie is good. Great setting, story. I love that. I know that Woody could have been a lot meaner, but I'm glad that they stuck him where he was, because he's not nice. He literally tries to kill Buzz several times. And also Sid's room with all the mutant toys is so scary. Stressed me out for sure. Very stressful time for that movie. The Barbie legs on the fishing hook. Gentle reminder that cats use poison damage IRL. Their claws are mega dirty. Yeah, cat claws are nasty. That's why if you get scratched by a cat, you have to clean that. You have to clean it. Horror stories. The tree surfing in Fortnite brought back so much nostalgia. That's so cute. I love Fortnite. I wish Fortnite worked on my computer. I have to re-download it because it corrupted when I was trying to move it to my D drive, and that sucks. That sucks. I'll gladly take the poison damage to snuggle the floof ball. The floof ball's gotta give you permission to be snuggled. Cats are not dogs. Dogs, of course, don't always want to be held either, but cats are very particular about being held. So, be careful. Hot take, not a Toy Story fan. I found it uncanny as a kid. I think you're the first person to tell me that you found it uncanny, because the opinion I usually get from kids, or rather people who were kids when they watched it, was that they thought their toys were real and felt bad every time they put them in a box. I have not heard the uncanny take, but I'm sure that you're not the only person to feel that. And I do see where it can be uncanny, because Sid has an entire scene in the first movie where he freaks out because his toys are talking to him. And he's freaking out, and then his sister uses that against him to be like, oh, you're scared? Oh, you're scared of this doll? Like, yeah, man. It's not cool. Next movie is Treasure Planet. Treasure Planet is going above Robin Hood. And the reason for that being it's not higher than, like, A tier is that space kind of freaks me out a little bit. And there's a lot of scary space stuff that happens in Treasure Planet. But I like Jim Hawkins. I was in love with him when I was younger. I thought he was a cutie patootie. And, you know, there's still kids today who think that Jim Hawkins is a cutie patootie. Because he's a bad boy. He likes to break rules, you know. He's like, he loves his mom, but he's, you know, he's damaged because his dad left him and all that. So, you know. Gosh, what's her name? The captain? Is it Captain Amelia? I think her name's Captain Amelia. But she was hot. Let's just put that out there. She was hot. I'm not gonna apologize for that. I know a pretty lady when I see one. And that is that. Oh, Tron, never seen. I have no interest in watching Tron. Like, ever. Sue me. I'm just not interested. I remember when it came out, it was a big deal. People were freaking out about it. But I could not care less. So. that's that. Up, never finished. I've seen Up several, like, I've, like, seen Up to a certain time, but I've never finished it. But that first scene alone is enough to put it in B tier, above Sleeping Beauty, because what a way to get you emotionally invested in someone and then they die. I'm sure Up is good. I know how it ends, I know the beats, I know the story. I just, not super duper my movie. Oh, I'm sorry about your baby, Megan. Remember the first fan cam I found online was a Captain Amelia and Jane lesbian. Yeah! Okay! So, was it possibly from one of those Disney ship videos where people would edit them in? Because I'm gonna go find the one I think you're talking about and I'll send it to you after stream, River. Because I love those. I love those. I know some people think they're cringe. They're like, why are you focusing on Disney movies and shipping the characters and editing them together? Shut up. What if I want to ship Gaston and Vanessa? Vanessa is the name for Ursula in The Little Mermaid. What if I want to ship them? I saw Frollo and Ursula for some reason. I was like, oh, that's a little interesting. It's a little jazzy. I saw Megara and Ariel. I've seen gosh. None of the ships are coming to my mind now that I'm like really thinking about it, but oh, I remember there was some drama in that community because someone wanted to do one of those MEPs, which is a multi-editor project, but they wanted to ship Wreck-It Ralph and Elsa, and the person who was running the MEP was like, no, that's a bad ship. And I'm like, shut up. Yes, I know that Elsa should be a lesbian, but also, like, that is, like, not the weirdest ship I've ever heard in my life. I've seen worse ships come out of that fandom. And Elsa and Wreck-It Ralph, I think, is fine. They don't know their own strengths. They gotta help each other learn their own strengths, and they fall in love. So yeah. It's just their it Hulu, yeah. Elsa and Cinderella, yeah. Well, because also at this time, a lot of people were shipping Elsa and Jack Frost, because for obvious reasons, right? But there was also Rise of the Brave Tangled Dragons. So that's when people were doing a lot of stuff with Jack Frost, Hiccup, Rapunzel, and Merida, and doing a lot of shipping stuff with them, which is fine. I honestly thought that content was great, even though I don't like How to Train Your Dragon. But that's besides the point. Alright, we're almost done. Wally! Wally. Wally's gonna go... Wally's gonna go above Star Wars. I saw Wally in theaters. I was in 6th grade when that movie came out. It freaked me out just a little bit because the entirety of, like, seeing the Earth deteriorate and then we get sent to space while waiting for the Earth to be cleaned up, but we have to abandon Earth and not come back because we've done so much damage to it, is, like, not cool. Not something that an 11-year-old wants to think about. But Wally and Eve were cute. I also called her Eva for the longest time because that's how Wally says it. He goes, Eva, and really enunciates the but she's like, it's Eve. But I'm an idiot and I listen to the junk robot and not the cool, slim, sexy one. So I was like, yeah, Eva. It's Wally and Eva. No, it's Wally and Eve. But a good movie. Good movie. I don't know. It's alright. It's pretty good. Your cat is named from Toothless. Oh, you named your kitty Toothless? That's very cute. Oh, bye, Lane. Come back soon. They were really trying to warn the kids early. Yeah, they were like, hey guys, stop littering. I'm like, maybe the corporations should stop, whatever. Okay, Winnie the Pooh. So there's been a few Winnie the Pooh movies, and I'm just gonna put it at the bottom of A because I loved Winnie the Pooh growing up, to the point where my mom said I was driving people insane because I would walk around screaming Winnie the Pooh, just singing this, just singing it. Just, like, I'm sure it's cute and endearing, but I would just do it for hours, and she's like, oh my God, like, just screaming it, because I just loved Winnie the Pooh. So I know that there's definitely like a scary scene in one of the first Winnie the Pooh movies, because they're going to go find Christopher Robin because he disappears. I think he went to school, and that's why he wasn't coming back. But I remember they went on this whole journey, and I remember them getting stuck in a dark cave, and Rabbit's like, oh, we'll never get out of this. It's like, dude, relax. Calm down. It's not that big of a deal. But it's good. Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph it can go to the top of B tier. Watching someone get excluded from something on purpose bothers me a lot. And I think because no one likes to be excluded from things, it sucks. But, like, I got bullied a lot when I was a kid, so it just hit a little harsher. So that's fine. But Penelope is a doll. I've been asked to cosplay her a few times. I don't know if I will, though, because she's recognizable, but I don't know how comfortable that cosplay would be. Also, that wig. Oh my God. I am friends with people who have cosplayed Penelope, and their cosplays are all really good. So Wreck-It Ralph, yeah, top of B tier. It's not a musical, but Calhoun is. Calhoun, my babe. Calhoun, call me. Call me. Alright, Zootopia. I'm gonna put it above Wreck-It Ralph mostly just because I'm in love with Nick Wilde. I really like Nick Wilde. I don't know. Zootopia did really well. I'm kind of surprised that there isn't a sequel for it already. Because Frozen got one, 6 years after? After doing incredibly well and having 2 shorts. So, you know, I just don't know what else they would do with it. Because Nick becomes a cop at the end of it, so I don't know what else they would be able to do with that. So there's that. And for these last two, I'm gonna throw them both in Never Seen because I have not seen Onward and I have not seen Soul. I heard that people were crying rivers when they watched Soul. And Soul looks really fun. I've looked at the screen caps and like clips from it. The animation is beautiful. The way that they do the hair, because there's a lot of black people in this movie. The way that they animate the hair and the way it's styled and looks, I'm like, that could be real hair. That could be real. It looks beautiful. It looks gorgeous, and I'm kind of obsessed with the way it looks. So I definitely need to watch Soul. Unfortunately, it is one of those movies where the main character, who is a person of color, specifically black this time around, is not in his normal human black form for most of the movie, which I don't super like. But from what I understand, it's a heart-wrenching movie. It really gets ya. So we will see about that. But that's the Disney tiers. Hello? There's people in here. Hi, everyone. My sister has a bearded dragon named Toothless. Yes, she does. I've seen Snapchats of it. My mother has blown out your ears recreating it. Yeah, sorry, my mom's loud. just yelling, screaming. We did it! We did the Disney! I was so in love with Zootopia, I literally watched it like every day. I was obsessed. Like, Zootopia does have rewatchability. I think that the world building was interesting. The way that I'm kind of glad that they did away with the original shock collar thing. Because I feel that would have been, I don't know. It might have been a bit much for a kid's movie. But I'm really happy they took that out. And instead they said that, oh, well, predators will only, go feral because of a certain pheromone that just does not exist anymore. Except it does. But it doesn't exist anymore. But it does. But it's good. Okay, I also have a bone to pick. Alright, we all know Shakira was Gazelle, right? In Zootopia. So I used to watch a channel called CinemaSins, and I remember he did everything wrong with Zootopia, and I was fine. Movies are there to be picked at and critiqued. But he called her Lady Gaga Gazelle at the end of it, and I was like, did you even, look at the credits, dude? It's obviously Shakira, and nothing about Gazelle is Lady Gaga, alright? I'm very passionate about Lady Gaga. You will have to fight me to get to her. How dare you? And it's not that it's a bad thing to be compared to Shakira, but the fact that he was just like, oh, Lady Gaga Gazelle. What about it was Lady Gaga? Was it the shirtless, sexy tiger men? Because let me tell you something, Shakira's got a lot of hot, sexy men dancing around her too. I think he just hates pop. Have I ever played an instrument? I used to take piano lessons when I was very young, and I did play the clarinet in 5th grade, but I did not stick with either of them, so I'm not musically inclined. Alright guys, that took a long time. That took a long time. I'm gonna take a quick break real quick. I'll come back and I will see what else we've got on the docket, because I do have more tier lists, but they're taking a long time. So, let me... Oh, this is DreamWorks. This one's a very short one. Let me go take my break, and I will be back.
to keep muting me? I hate it here. I don't actually hate it here. We're gonna do one more tier list. Because we've been going for 3 hours, and it's getting close to dinner time. We have to eat. So we're gonna do one more tier list. We're going to do the DreamWorks tier list. Because, DreamWorks has good movies too. DreamWorks has good Daisy movies. Right? Okay. Put my phone right here. So I had to plug my phone in. Alright, y'all. Okay. Is it an immediate S tier? I don't. Personally. Well, I've actually never watched Boss Baby, so I don't know. But here we go. So, we're moving on. First movie is Turbo. Never seen it. It's about racing snails, I guess. It's, I heard it flopped pretty hard. So, there's that. But that's okay. So we got Turbo. If anyone else has seen Turbo, let me know, I guess, because like I've certainly never seen it. Oh, no wonder my stream was so laggy on my end. For some reason, it was like a whole 3 minutes behind. Good heavens! What if snail go fast? Drew's asking the real questions, you guys. It's okay? Okay. So some people have definitely seen it. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem to give anything for me. It does not seem all that interesting. It smells of mid, yeah. DreamWorks Trolls was very average. Also, but when I did watch Trolls, I was working at a mom and pop's, burger joint, and it was playing on the TV, so I was, watching it when I wasn't working. And it's, you know, it's okay. Interesting choice of people, Anna Kendrick and, Justin Timberlake. Those are choices. I'm like, oh, they're like, oh, Justin Timberlake, yeah, he did so good in Shrek 3. Let's put him in another one. Yeah, I did need to work my Hillary Brothers. It's okay, they're in the second one. The second one's really good. I watched that while at my sister-in-law's house with my other little sister-in-laws. I feel a sneeze coming on, but it's not coming, so we're gonna keep going until it comes. Boss Baby, never seen. I have a friend who's absolutely obsessed with Boss Baby. Good for you. I think it's kind of, I don't know. Maybe I'll sit down and watch it and be like, huh, is this actually a good movie? I don't know. It just gets memed on all the time. Captain Underpants, never seen it. I also don't care for the comics. I know for some people this was a big thing. Captain Underpants does do a thing that I do like in animation, where they 3D animate something that was on a 2D medium, but keep the shapes and the aesthetic of it. The Peanuts movie did it. Gosh, some other movies definitely did it, and I can't think of any of them, but it's a fun thing in animation that I very much enjoy, because it's fun. And it just, not everything has to be ultra realistic, you know what I mean? This is How to Train Your Dragon, but this is one of the sequels, so I'm putting it in never seen because I've never seen anything other than the first one, and I don't really care for it. I watched the first one and I was bored. I definitely saw where people liked these movies,
but I was not that demographic of people, so I was just not watching it. I was not emotionally invested in it. I was just not all into it. Chicken Run is going in perfect. Chicken Run's a great movie. I love Chicken Run. Chicken Run's good. I had this movie on VHS. It holds up pretty well. The animation is really fun. I love the Scottish one. I love the Scottish bird. She's a chicken. All of the scenes where they're trying to escape from in the pie making machine, perfect cinema. Perfect cinema. A lot of fun. Just a good time. Really stressful, but like, I don't know, I never got scared, I guess. I just got stressed out. But then by the time they were out of it, I was like, oh, okay, it's fine, it's fine. Mr. and Mrs. Tweety are great. I love that. I love my bumbling oaf. My bumbling oaf, Mr. Tweety. And Mrs. Tweety, once again, being a deranged woman that I love. I love woman villains that are just off their rocker. Like, she was off her rocker, but not until the end. But she was so close. You should watch Chicken Run. You should watch it. If you love my videos, thank you. I love that you love my videos. I work very hard on them. Alright, so why is Shrek 2 first? Where's the other Shrek? It's down at the bottom. Shrek 2. Alright. So. Sorry, Gravy's in the window, and I think he just saw... There's a little cat in our courtyard of our complex that we call his girlfriend because she comes to the window sometimes and they sniff each other through the window. If you like Wallace and Gromit, yeah, if you like Wallace and Gromit, you'll love Chicken Little. You just will. Shrek 2 is gonna go in amazing. Because Shrek 2 is a great sequel. I know there's some people who don't think it's a good sequel. But I'm of the opinion that Shrek 2 is as good as the first Shrek movie. Because, one, it's got handsome Shrek in it. I think the message at the end of I'm not going to change myself for anyone because the person I care about most likes me the way I am is great. And there's definitely a universe where Shrek and Fiona could have lived out their lives together as humans, but I don't think Shrek would have worked otherwise. And also it's a great introduction to Puss in Boots. What a fun way to introduce another iconic literary character. We love Puss in Boots. Now, I get crucified for this when I express this opinion, and I don't care, because I don't think that the cover of I Need a Hero in Shrek 2 is better than the original. I think it's kind of mid. I prefer the original, because I tend to think that a lot of covers are better than the original, but not this one. Everyone I know seems to think that it's better, but I don't think that. She says good morning to him every day. She does say good morning. By she, we mean Gravy's girlfriend. They are in love. But yeah, Shrek 2, good movie. Penguins of Madagascar, never seen it. I don't really care about the penguins. I forgot they even had a movie. I like Shrek, but I've watched it too many times. I have not watched it enough. Oh, Wallace and Gromit. Oh, this is the one with the were-rabbit. So, I have seen this movie. It's very funny. There's a lot of visual gags in this one. The were-rabbit is insane. The twist is really good, but also the rabbit sucking machine. That sounds inappropriate. It's a thing. It sticks into the ground and it sucks up the rabbits, and they're in a giant thing, and they're floating around, and they're. It's a humane way of getting rid of the rabbits without slaughtering them. We prefer it. Can we talk about how Shrek Forever was not it? Unpopular opinion, I know, but they show Charming showing up while they were on their honeymoon. So, in all reality, Shrek Forever was wrong. Oh, yeah, Mary, I have cosplayed lots of other characters there. All over my channel. I've never seen the fourth Shrek movie. I somehow have gone this long without watching it, but I also want to see Fiona go nuts. I want to see Fiona go feral. And I know she does that. This is the first Puss in Boots movie. It was good. I was pretty enthralled. Now, I had nothing else to do because when I first watched this movie, I was at the dentist and they were working on my teeth, and my dentist for the kids' office had TVs mounted on the ceiling, so while you were laying down, they had little headphones and you could watch the movie while they were working on your teeth. So I sat there and I watched the entirety of Puss in Boots because they had to take care of my teeth because I had cavities. I also had braces, so they had to get in there. Yeah, there's people who are shocked that there's a fourth one. There is a fourth one. So it's this one, never, nope. That's Kung Fu Panda 3. Shrek, Forever After. Yep, never seen it. I need to eventually watch it. Kung Fu Panda 3, I can't say I've watched that one. I've watched the other two. But I have a feeling if I like the other two, because I loved the other two. Kung Fu Panda 3, I'm probably going to like it too when I eventually get to it. Now hear me out. I need everyone to listen to me. A lot of people say that Shrek the Third is not good. I think Shrek the Third is a perfect movie. I think Shrek the Third is great. Like, I just love it. I just think it's good. I don't have anything else to defend myself with other than I think Shrek the Third good. Shrek the Third good. You like my Bowser cosplay? Thank you. I also like my Bowser cosplay. It's a lot of fun to wear. They made 4 Shrek movies. I'm behind. How far behind are you, River? 2 movies? 1 movie? I heard they're making a 5th one. I don't think they should. I think they should nix that. Alright, but Shrek the Third, good movie, perfect movie. Wouldn't change a thing about it. Madagascar 3! I heard people don't like Madagascar 3. I love it. I love Madagascar 3. No, I'm not gonna do that to you guys. Madagascar 3 is great. The whole sequence where Katy Perry's Firework is playing in the background and doing all these cool dives and jumps and acrobats and stuff. Good movie. Good movie. Alright? It's a good movie. How to Train Your Dragon 2. It's gonna go in Never Seen. I have nothing else to say about it. Now, Shark Tale is an enigma. Because Shark Tale came out a bit after Finding Nemo. And Finding Nemo, you know, fish movie, takes place in the ocean. But Shark Tale was one of those movies where they were like, well, we're gonna make it... I don't want to say make it urban, because that's not correct. But, like, it was very obvious what tone they were going for with this movie. So for that fact, it's gonna go in good. Because I probably could rewatch it, given that Jack Black is in it. It's gonna go above Puss in Boots. Because I've watched it way more times than Puss in Boots. Jack Black's great in this movie. Liar revealed plot, whatever. But I think it's a good movie to turn your brain off to. But it's also just very, very of the times. Because it's mid-2000s, and he's like, oh, I get a penthouse. I've got, you know, hot girls on me, you know, like, just kind of being, like, gangster and all of that, which was still super trickling in from the 90s, but early 2000s, though it's still very much there because of the way that pop culture was, evolving. Shark Tale has no class or tact. Listen, it's literally about a guy who lies about killing a shark and then eats his words because he's like, oh, I can't beat up another shark. Bro was working at a whale wash. Be nice to Oscar. Alright. Conflicted feeling time on ants. So, Ants came out. No one can determine if Ants or Bug's Life, if one is a ripoff of the other. They're both about ants. But one's very... I mean, Ants it was directed by Woody Allen. Blech. Blech. That's all I have to say about that. And he's the main character. Blech. But I loved this movie when I was little. Now, my mom was definitely like, why does my kid love this movie? Because this is not... this is not a children's movie. Like, this is for maybe older teens or adults. Because they do say bitchin' in it. He says, like, stop your bitching or something like that. And, you know, no normal kids movie is gonna have that in it. But also, like, I don't know, there's literally a talking ant head in it. There's just so much, like, messed up stuff in this movie. But it's going in good because there are some fun animation scenes. And it's DreamWorks was doing something. They thought they were doing something with ants. They were like, yeah, why not, right? Okay, B-movie. I saw this in theaters with my dad. My dad loves Jerry Seinfeld, so we went to go see it. I wanted to see it anyways because it was just a new animated movie coming out. B-movie is a very strange movie. I mean, I think anyone could agree with that it's just a weirdo movie. But it's got its moments, and I don't think it's the worst thing that's ever been created. Because the take on bee society was really interesting to look at. And also the fact that this woman falls in love with a bee, even though they won't outright say it, but this bee is so clearly in love with her. So it's gonna go above Trolls and average, because I can watch that movie, but this is a movie you watch. You don't just turn your brain off, you unplug it. That's the kind of movie this movie is. And then How to Train Your Dragon's gonna go in the low average because I just was not super into it. Ants is good. Hey! Hey! You were DMing me? I wasn't looking. But yes, it's my celebration stream. We're rating DreamWorks movies. Oh, my head just got super light. It's okay. I'm okay. Sorry, that was a lot. I just got very excited. But yes, hello. I'm assuming it's Ken behind the controls. It could also be Cade. But hi, welcome in. We're rating DreamWorks movies. We did a vlog about it. We did a vlog about the Mario movie. I was like, I did a vlog about what? Okay, Joseph and Joseph Kika Dreams, never seen. I was not allowed to watch that movie because it's about God. It's about Christianity, I think. I don't know. I've been told it's more about Judaism, but I was not allowed to watch it because, according to my dad, it's about Christianity, so I wasn't allowed to watch it. Despite being allowed to watch Prince of Egypt and having it on VHS. Whatever, right? Boss Baby lands. Oh, Boss Baby is put in never seen because I've never seen it and I don't really have a drive to. It's whatever. Rise of the Guardians. It's gonna go in good below Ants. I think that maybe this movie might have been a little too overhyped for what it had. Because I think if I watched it now, I think it might be a little lackluster in places where I thought it was fantastic. We also really loved that scene where Jack Frost was brooding. I mean, come on. Below Ants. Hey! 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 I have a personal connection to ants. The next time the bunny is... Listen. Rise of the Guardians was trying to start a franchise. I don't think they did. They went super far with it. The bunny's hot. Yes, the rabbit's hot. Santa Claus is also hot. But, like... I don't know, man. I think I got overexposed to it. because when it came out, it was all over Tumblr. So if you're on Tumblr when a lot of these movies are coming out, you were very overexposed to it. So by the time I actually did get to watch it, I was like, all right, you know what I mean? Sinbad. I've seen bits and pieces, but I've never watched it in its entirety, so it's gonna go on the high never seen. Turbo's gonna go to the end because I have no intentions of ever watching it, so I'm actually just gonna move things around real quick. Don't mind me. Okay. There we go. Yeah. So I definitely want to actually watch Sinbad. I just haven't gotten to. I'm here for Jack Frost angst. Yeah, me too. All right. Flushed Away. Putting it in the perfect movie. Love Flushed Away. I know there's a lot of toilet humor in it, but I think it's silly. I think it's a really silly. I love seeing this rich, pompous, like, spoiled rich boy get out of his element. I think that's funny, and it's a good movie. So Flushed Away, yeah. Uh-huh. Ken absolutely saw me in Kate's jacket. I walked out and was like, hey. Ken was there for that entire filming session. So, yeah. I found out about Rise of the Guardians because it was a Wattpad Elsa x Jack Frost. You are stronger than any U.S. Marine for reading fanfiction on Wattpad. I couldn't do it, so I only have respect for people who could. Yeah, please watch Flushed Away. It's so funny. Kung Fu Panda 2. It's going in amazing. It's going above Shrek 2. Alright? I have nothing else to say about that. Shrek 2. Kung Fu Panda 2, good. It's just a good movie. Now, Home seems to be a weird movie to discuss with people, because I know a lot of people did not like it. I didn't think it was the worst thing. I thought that the story was interesting for the most part. What's this guy's name? All I know is that Sheldon Cooper plays him. Sheldon Cooper plays him and Rihanna is in this movie. Gibu? Yeah, Flushed Away is better than Shrek 2. What do you want from me? Home is gonna go below Trolls because I watched it once and that's all I need. It did get me. It did get me near the end when I thought one of the characters was just dead. I was like, how dare you get me emotionally invested in this purple blob man. His name is O! Why would you do that? Oh, right, because every time that he comes in, they're like, oh. Correct. Alright, Kung Fu Panda is going in... Kung Fu Panda is going below Shrek the Third, but above Madagascar 3. Kung Fu Panda's great. Kung Fu Panda is just a really good movie. It's got a lot of good messages. It's got a great cast, wonderful story. Just a perfect movie. I don't think I would change anything about Kung Fu Panda. No, Shrek 2 stands where it stays. It's staying where it stands. I'm keeping it there. Okay, now, Madagascar 2 Back to Africa was better than Shark Tale. I don't understand why they took them out of Africa. I know they wanted to go back to the zoo or whatever, but I think that maybe they should have stayed in Africa, because I thought they were going to stay in Africa, but it's alright. You know, what else? What happens? Oh, I think they had like a Lion King story going on where Alex the lion was supposed to be like king of his tribe, but he disappeared because he was kidnapped as a cub, but now that he's back, it was set to go to someone else, but now he's back, but then he leaves again. Is that the plot? Yeah, Kung Fu Panda has really good fight choreography. Oh, Megamind. Is Megamind on this list? Yeah, it is. It's the third one. Don't worry, we'll get there. We'll get there. Hey, man. We'll get there. Alright, now, regular Madagascar. It's going below Rise of the Guardians, because it's just kind of loud and annoying. It's not awful. I'll sit down and watch it if someone wants to watch it, but it's not terrible. You know? It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's above the B movie. The Croods. I don't like the Croods. Croods is going in awful. Because I don't like it. I don't care for it at, like, one bit. I have no drive to watch this movie again. When I was younger and wore ponytails, the other kids would call me Megamind, and I would say thank you as I thought it was a compliment. Oh no! Oh no! But Megamind's good, and Megamind's hot. Alright? But we're here. We're gonna save Megamind for last, because we're gonna move on to Mr. Sherman and... Wait. No. It's Mr. Peabody and Sherman. Never seen it. Don't care for it. Does not look like a movie I want to watch. And I'm putting it at that. Over the Hedge, bad movie. Over the Hedge is so bad. But I'm gonna put it above The Croods. Because this is a movie... When you're like, hey guys, do you want to watch a really bad kids movie? Let's watch Over the Hedge. Terrible, terrible, terrible movie. It's so bad. Megamind is hot. Love it here. Megamind's hot. Spirit is going in average. Yeah, it's gonna go below the B movie. Now, because I know it's about a horse. I saw this movie when it came out, but like, I don't know. I can't remember much from Spirit other than he gets tamed, I guess, and he hangs out with a guy. He hangs out with a cool Native American guy who gets him from the bad people who are trying to brand him, and they're being really racist to the Native Americans. Why are we yelling? Stop yelling! Over the Hedge is a dentist movie. Yeah, Over the Hedge is a dentist movie. Oh my god, you're so right. What's below B movie? B Spirit? Yeah. You can do About Me. Spirit's about horsing around. I didn't know BoJack was in Spirits. You're still suffering from How to Train Your Dragon. Hey! Sorry, I was bored! I cannot change that I did not care about this boy. Alright. Spirit below B movie? Okay, hold on a minute. Now hold on. Hang on just a damn minute. This is where the pitchforks come out. Because I don't like the horse movie. Wait, at least I didn't put Spirit in awful. At least Spirit is above Home. Spirit's not above Ants, though, which could be considered a crime. But there's a lot of other movies that are above Ants. V is allergic to cowboy hats. I am! Unless it's Pedro Pascal. Unless it's Pedro Pascal in the Kingsman 2. Yeah, I know Spirit's good. Listen, I'll watch it sometime. Maybe I'll cry. We'll get there. Monsters vs. Aliens, average. Below How to Train Your Dragon. I watched it once. There's only one line from it that makes me laugh, because she goes, Fresno! Fresno! They're going to their wedding honeymoon. Their honeymoon is in freaking Fresno, and at this point I knew where Fresno was, and I was like, ew, you're going to Fresno? But also this movie takes place in San Francisco, which is near where I grew up, so my dad and I were watching it, and he was like, hey, look, look, there's that highway, and look, you can see Candlestick Park in the background. Or when Susan was destroying things in the city, and my dad was like, I think she just destroyed the building that laid your mom off. And I remember being like, I'm glad she did. It takes place in, oh wow. movies in the Central Valley? I mean, that explains why they're going to Fresno. Alright. Prince of Egypt is going into the perfect movie. It's going above Chicken Run because Prince of Egypt is a perfect movie. I don't care. Beautiful. Oops. Beautiful, perfect music. Beautiful, perfect animation. Stunning voice acting. Stunning. Good great. Yeah, thanks, guys. Dad really making things fun. Yeah, my dad had a way of making things, interesting. yeah, Prince of Egypt. I don't think anyone would fight me on this, that Prince of Egypt is the best movie that DreamWorks has ever put out. Now, Megamind, I'm skipping. We're going to Megamind. We're putting Megamind in the perfect tier. Megamind's going above Chicken Run, but below Prince of Egypt. Alright? Can we be okay with that? Because you have no choice. This is my opinion. Megamind is great. I watched it with Drew, because I remember when Megamind come out. Megamind come out. Does is he gay? Game Grumps fans will know that one. When Megamind came out, I was like, this looks like a stupid movie and I'm not gonna watch it. And then I started dating Drew and Drew was like, we need to watch Megamind. And I was like, why? It looks dumb. And Drew's like, no, you don't understand. It's a good movie. So we watched it. We watched Megamind and I was like, this is a good movie. Like, I was a little hung up on the way it looked because I thought that the people were a little ugly, but now I'm like, it's charming. It's not the worst animation I've ever seen. It's actually very good animation, very good storytelling. Megamind is hot. Let's just say it, he's hot. But like, Megamind's fun. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. Shrek is going in amazing at the top of the amazing tier. Yeah, Shrek is going in the amazing tier because Shrek is a good movie. Shrek is such a good movie. It's a lot of fun. It's got a girl dragon. I want to kiss him. Are you talking about Shrek or are you talking about Megamind? Because it can go either way. And the last movie is Road to El Dorado, and that is going to go... It's gonna go below Shrek, but above Kung Fu Panda 2. Funny movie about funny men doing funny things and getting into funny trouble. I wish I could remember the name of the shaman guy, because I really loved his character design. I really liked his shape. Just the way that he had such an interesting profile. I think profiles are so cool, because you can tell a lot about a character based on the way their profile is styled. He was just a scary dude. I'm like, you are slimy, you are gross, and I love you. Get back on screen. Yeah, Chell. Yeah, Human Shrek. Yeah, Human Shrek I would kiss Human Shrek. He was cute! He was cute! If they did a live action Shrek 2 back in the day, I would have cast a young Brendan Fraser as Human Shrek. That would be really funny if that's who it was based on. Shekel Khan! Yes, that's his name! Shekel Khan! Oh, he was such a good villain. He was so scary! He was so scary! But there you go, guys. Those are my tier lists. And it's almost 6 o'clock, which means I need to go now because I'm really hungry and I would like to eat some food. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today, you guys. I had so much fun expressing my opinions and having really good discussions on this. I think I will do another tier list stream because this was actually a lot of fun and there's some other tier lists I would like to do. Just some I did not get to that, like, we would be here like for 30 days if we were to do all the ones I picked out. So I'm glad I have a selection of them. Thank you so much for coming, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. This is gonna get saved as a thank you, River. This is gonna get saved on the live stream things. I'm gonna make Kate do this and judge him for it. Hey, Kate probably's gonna have some good opinions, alright? Everyone's opinions are valid on this. It's just that I know mine is definitely strange for people. They're like, really? I'm like, yeah, what about it? Yeah, I think Ants is a better movie than the Bee movie. So at least Z doesn't fall in love with a human. Anyways, y'all, have a good night, day, afternoon, wherever it might be for you. And I will catch you guys later.